Welcome to the Jocular Spectalkular, where we Jocular. Oh my god. Welcome to the Jocular Spectalkular, where we spectacularly talk. I fucking forgot the catchphrase for the show, because I don't do it often enough. The Jocular Spectalkular, where we jocularly talk about spectacular things. Today we're talking about anime. I'm Walter. This is...
Carlos.
Yeah, so...
Was I supposed to not say my real name, or...?
I don't care.
Well, forget that. I'm Sempai.
He's Sempai.
Yeah.
So, Sempai, you have noticed me, and you have decided to appear on this podcast.
Sure that.
So let's cut to the heart of the matter of anime.
Cool.
Subs or dubs, and why are dub people trash? Garbage people who deserve to die in a fire.
I am of the idea that it depends on the anime. Like, I cannot watch... I've tried... I cannot watch Samurai Champloo in subs. I grew up with it in dubs.
Whoa.
And there's a bunch of things that... So, I was born in Mexico. So, there's certain things I can only watch dub in Spanish. Like,
okay.
Evangelion, I can watch in Japanese with subs, and I cannot watch the English version at all. I can only watch the Spanish version.
In Netflix, did they get a new Spanish dub like they did with English?
It is trash.
Okay.
There's a new sub, and it is trash.
Okay.
And
so they re-recorded everything in every language, apparently.
Apparently, the Italian dub is also, like, trash. Apparently, it's the worst one of them all, which I really like. But I'm usually a subs guy. Even then, like, I still watch normal English television in subs because I can hear very good.
Okay. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z on Telemundo?
It wasn't Telemundo. It was like TV Azteca, I want to say. Okay. It was on Mexican channel, but yes.
Because, yeah, when I was a kid, I watched it on Telemundo because I didn't have cable when I was a kid. But, like, some random days, just flipping through, like, the antenna channels, like, oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
There's
so
that.
Yeah, either I have no idea what was going on with the Namek arc.
Do you got to experience Caballeros del Zodiaco, or what's the Sensei? Yeah.
I didn't see that on Telemundo because I just changed the channel after Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Sometimes I'd keep it on for a soccer game.
I mean, they get the same amount of yelling, so you would have just understood just about everything just fine. Talking about Dragon Ball, how do you feel about Dragon Ball?
Oh, I don't like it.
I'm not a huge fan either. I like the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's a fun adventure
story. It's a fun adventure story. Dragon Ball Z, I only liked it until Cell Saga. Even then, I like a little bit of what Gohan goes to college. As soon as it hits Buu, I just stop caring.
Gohan's a fun character.
Well,
it's iconic, but not good. Because it's been surpassed by other things that came after. Like, Naruto is like the ultimate shonen, I feel.
Let's put a pin on that.
Okay. My Hero Academia, I think, is starting to surpass Naruto, though.
I will give... Yeah, especially with the last chapter. I keep up with the manga. Literally... I don't know if... Spoilers alert, I guess?
Well, I don't want to hear spoilers.
Okay, then I'm just going to shut up about it. But that one part in Naruto that I had issues with, that did it way better.
Well, spoilers for Naruto. I don't give a shit about Naruto. That's done.
I'm talking about, like...
I don't want spoilers for My Hero.
In My Hero, they did something that Naruto did way better.
Okay.
So I'm just not going to say what it is, because then it's like you can put two and two together. But going back to Dragon Ball, I don't think it's good. Characters arcs are just, like, non-existent.
Yeah.
Fights are very similar to each other. I will just cut it slight because it was just basically this first one. So they were still trying to figure out, like, structure, power levels, all that fun stuff. They were the first one, so I cut it some slack. But it didn't age well.
No, I don't think so at all. Because I remember when Kai came out, it's just like, oh, this show, it's still not good. It's not good. It's not, like, it's tighter. It's less filler, but it's still... Yeah, just... I think, like, the influence of JoJo, where everyone has unique powers, is just, like, how that went into Naruto and stuff. That trickle-down concept of just... It made battles way more interesting than what Dragon Ball Z was doing.
Yeah, because the problem with Dragon Ball is, like, everybody's almost, like, equal footing. It's just, like... How big your dick is in this one little section. Where JoJo is like, my dick is tiny, but it hits really hard. or my deck is huge, but it cannot do anything.
Yeah, I could swing it once or twice, and
that's it.
Yeah.
And then Starfinger comes out of nowhere, but that's different. I think Jojo does it very good, especially with like all the weird stuff that Araki likes to put in. I think Modern Shonen is where I have a little bit of issue, just because nothing hits me when it comes to Modern Shonen. I tried Black Clover, couldn't get into it. I tried My Hero. I do like My Hero.
Yeah, My Hero is the only Modern Shonen.
And I think I like it is because I don't like Deku. I don't like Deku. Every single other side character is cooler and makes me actually like the anime. Where every single like main shonen protagonist is like, oh, I have to like this guy. I don't like him. And My Hero, I don't think he tries to make Deku look cooler.
Well, I like how more than any other shonen, like the world doesn't revolve around Deku.
Yes.
Like every character's got their own thing going off, and like the finale of the latest season where it's all about Endeavor's redemption, where it's a much better redemption arc than Vegeta.
I will
by 100-fold.
Live and die for it. I fucking love Endeavor. So he is one of my favorite characters. I only simp for 3 guys in that goddamn show, and one of them was in the top one is Endeavor.
Yeah.
I love Endeavor. I love the fact that he just doesn't deny all the horrible shit that he's done. He just wants redemption.
Yeah. It's like, I can't make up for being a bad father, but I'll at least be a hero you can be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's fucking...
And then more shit happens. I don't want to spoil, but it gets really good. I also like I very much hate that the whole trope is like, hey, this is the one thing I'm good at, so I'm going to base my whole personality off of it. But I like how My Hero Academia does it, where like, for example, I keep forgetting his name, the electric power guy, Kirishima. I think I'm wrong.
I don't remember his name.
Okay, that guy, literally.
Because he's just an idiot.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing. He's idiot. He has electricity. That's his sort of personality. He's funny. I like whenever I see him on screen every single time, and it pulls it out well.
Yeah. Like each character will get their little moment. Like the naval laser guy, who's just like a one-off Joe character, but then he gives Midoriya that like crucial piece of advice of like, hey man.
It does the JoJo thing where it's like, only this character can beat this thing, so let me give him a moment.
Yeah.
In that flip coin where everybody has different powers, the personalities, and they do a lot of things, I can do One Piece. I've tried One Piece. I've heard those people that say like, oh, it gets good like episode 300, whatever.
Yeah.
I watch One Piece from the beginning all the way to Alabasta, wherever the sand alligator guy comes out. I finished it and I just couldn't get into it. That being said, I will die for Chopper. I fucking love Chopper so much.
I've seen a couple of the movies. They're cool, but like, I don't know, shonen movies are just cool action sequences with a threadbare plot.
You say that, and then I'm just thinking like, I now really want to watch the Demon Slayer movie.
Well, yeah, that is canon, unlike most shows. Like, it's the next arc, and they make it the movie. So I'm excited for that.
Demon Slayer, it's the main financial force behind Japan now. It is ridiculous. Like, kids admire the main guy, Tanjiro. Tanjiro.
Yeah.
They admire Tanjiro more than their own mothers. Demon Slayer's mid as fuck. It doesn't do anything different. They've been there, done that kind of show. But holy shit, it's well paced, well structured, good animation, and the characters are defined, and also it just does shonen well. And we haven't had that in a while.
And it ends.
Yeah.
It's
oh my god!
It's a series that lasts a reasonable amount of time.
It ends well. You can literally and it ends in such a note where it doesn't spoil anything. Like if you watch Naruto, the last episode of Naruto, you have a general idea of what all the characters are and what they did.
Yeah.
If you read the last 2 chapters of Demon Slayer, you have no idea. But it's still oh, this is where it ends. I want to see where but it starts in feudal Japan. I want to find out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Demon Slayer, and
yeah, that's a series I know how it ends.
Inosuke is my favorite character. So, which kind of character trope do you have a kinship with? Like which character is like, oh, I like the badass character. I like the comic relief character. Like which the one that you feel like a kinship with instantly.
Shikamaru, man.
Just the Shikamaru characters.
Shikamaru, man.
Lazy geniuses.
Yeah. He's like Queen's Gambiting with his showboard.
So Josuke Part 4.
I haven't seen that much of JoJo, other than Part 4 is Stardust Crusaders or Diamond is Unbreakable?
Diamond's Unbreakable.
Okay, I haven't seen that. I saw the end of that. I saw the beginning and the end. Because with like a lot of shonen, it's... You could figure it out.
JoJo's...
Like,
I would almost say it's an exception to that rule.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. I'm like, okay. So that's that guy. I'm like... Where did those guys come from? And
why is David Bowie there?
Yeah. Like, what are these bubbles and why are they so dangerous?
Josuke's Part 4. If you watch Stardust Crusader, then you probably like Polnareff, then. No, Whole Horse, I will say.
See, JoJo was one of those things I had on in the background and didn't pay much attention to.
Gotcha.
Until the final arc. I'm a poser.
Hey, that's fair.
There's too much anime out there.
Well... JoJo's a perfect if you're a poster. Ha. Anyways.
Yeah. In the Cyberpunk 2077 photo mode, there's you could do a JoJo pose.
You can do Part 1. You can do Jonathan's pose.
The dumbest JoJo.
Jonathan is great. He's I love him because he's good. He is... Jonathan doesn't get enough credit. I like Jonathan. He's not my favorite one, but I think Jonathan's great. Definitely way better than Jotaro, I think. Jotaro, cool. Doesn't respect women. That's kind of a problem for me.
Nah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's the 80s.
He's an old man.
It's the 80s. Yeah, it's the 80s. Who cared? Yeah,
I think the only JoJo series I'll watch all the way through is Steel Ball Run, because I hear amazing things about it. It's
definitely the best one, I will say. It's my favorite one. It has my favorite, like... It's not really spoilers if I tell you names. If he were to be a JoJo, Gyro would be my favorite JoJo, but Jolene is my favorite JoJo by default because she's the best. Part 6.
Stone Ocean?
Yes, that's Stone Ocean. She's my favorite JoJo. If you go with Joe Bros, Gyro is my favorite one. If not Gyro, Okuyasu from Part 4. But yes, now you can kind of see like where my kinships lives. I love Himbos. I love the Rukian characters. I love Kuwabara. I love Inosuke. I love... I do like Joseph from JoJo. But I do like Okuyasu. If it's dumb, but super strong, I'm in love with them. It's just defaults.
Does Armstrong qualify as that? Because he's not dumb exactly. He is a little dumber than people around him, though.
Full Metal?
Full Metal, yeah.
I do like Armstrong. He
is buff as shit.
He's buff as shit. I honestly liked the teacher's husband a little bit better. But if overall, my favorite character in that show is Scar. By far. Yeah. Scar by far.
He's definitely a lot... Because I didn't... Like, most people didn't watch, like Brotherhood came afterwards. Like, I didn't... He wasn't that interesting in the original anime series, but then when you read the manga or watch Brotherhood, he's just... They expand on it.
Oh my god. That's how I feel about Greed. Backwards. I think I like Greed better in the original Full Metal than I do in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because then they do the really weird, like, I'm basically your symbiote for... What's the character's name? The ones that come from Fantasy China?
Guy?
The one that comes from Fantasy China?
I don't remember. Well, the thing is, we're talking about these animes that came out
a
long time ago, so I don't remember.
I think... Talking about anime just in general, like, have you watched anything recent aside from My Hero or tried?
Oh, I keep a list, like a notepad file of, because there's so many animes I've watched that I don't remember most of them anymore, so like I keep that list. And I watched Decadence.
What's that?
It was on Hulu. It's hard to explain without going into the twist. Like, it happens after the first episode, but if you care about spoilers...
I'm way too into Golden Kamuy right now, so I probably won't watch it.
Okay, so yeah, humanity is on this, like, giant moving castle thing, like Mortal Engines, if anybody saw that movie. And then there's like these bug monsters going around, and people with these hunters on these little jetpack things, and they kill the monsters. And then, yeah, the humans are kind of stuck on this thing and assigned roles in their society. And then at the end, you find out, at the end of the first episode, spoilers
for the first episode,
Decadence. Although I don't think anybody watched it. It's that situation of like the monsters and whatnot. It's just an MMO for AIs that like took over the world after humanity died, essentially. And like all the humans are, it's a nature preserve essentially, but they treat all the humans as NPCs in that MMO.
What?
It's cool. It sounds ridiculous.
It sounded cool until you. Is it a real MMO or is it just?
No, it's not like a real MMO, but yeah. I mean, if the NPCs get killed, I mean, those are actual humans that get killed, and there's only like a small amount of them left, and then I don't know, like the players, the hunters hunting the monsters, they don't give a shit because, you know, they got their own life going on.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, so, and then, like, the one main character, this spunky girl who was like, I want to be a hunter, and I want to kill the monsters and save humanity, and then, like, the other main character is, he was, like, the best player in the game, and then he got caught helping a guy cheat, so he ends up working for the company that makes the MMO, and then he's like a bug hunter who's just trying to like, by hunting bugs, he essentially like has to kill people who are interfering with the system they set up for the MMO that is humanity. And then he meets this girl who gives him inspiration to, you know, not just let himself die. And he trains her to become a hunter. And they decide to fight the system. It's cool.
I am both loving and hating. I love this concepts you're throwing at me. Have you watched Terraformers or read Terraformers?
No.
If you like alien fucked up shit, I strongly recommend it. I'm already I love bugs. I like insects. The only ones I don't like are cockroaches in general. Terraformers made me not like roaches even more than I didn't like already. I think the most recent anime I watched was Beastars, which I love, and I don't condone the furry lifestyle, but I love Beastars.
That's the main reason I haven't watched it.
That is a legitimate reason. There's like 3 super uncomfy scenes. Luckily, like 2 of them are at the very beginning, so if you can get through them, you just have to get through the last one.
See, another thing I watched that I didn't finish was BNA.
Brand New Animal?
Yeah.
I really like the Raccoon Girl. I have no idea of it, what it is. I think that Raccoon Girl is really cute.
Yeah. I didn't finish it, though, because I was watching with somebody else, and then the schedules just...
Didn't.
Yeah, so I still haven't finished it, but I will get to it. I will get to it at some point. That's only like, what, 10, 12 episodes?
10, 12 episodes.
Yeah. So why not? Why not? I'm already 4 in.
That's like a quarter of the show. Wait, no, math. Third. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Beastars is the one. I want to start off Vinland Saga because I heard nothing but great things about it. And I miss a good old setting.
My worry about that is Vinland Saga, is I feel like it might be... I don't know, I'm putting my own shit onto it. Like, is this going to go on forever? Is that going to be another Berserk? Where the last chapter we got was October and it pushed nothing forwards.
What are you talking about? We got to see what could possibly be the previous God Hand, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get that next chapter whenever that comes out.
Apparently it's supposed to come out this January, so trust my fingers.
No.
Yeah.
Something I like, seinen-wise, Attack on Titan.
I can do it.
You don't like it? I love it.
So I start with the anime, which I've heard is mixed review bags when it comes to doing Attack on Titan.
He's not the best artist. As someone who's kept...
I watch Baki.
Yeah.
I watch Baki, so like our style has nothing to do with me liking it.
Yeah, because the manga is not particularly great looking. A lot of the characters just look the same. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely better to watch it, I feel. But... Yeah, I love it.
I didn't like,
and it's wrapping up in April. They just announced final chapter.
Oh, nice.
In April.
Nice.
Which I think lines up with when the last season of the anime ends. But yeah, it's.
I started with the anime, and I didn't like the pacing, and once I finished it, I didn't want to keep doing it. I kind of like
finished season 1.
I finished season 1, where you get to see the colossal titan just coming out of the wall, whatever. But I always kept it in my periphery because all my friends talk about it, and also it's like there's some cool shit in it.
It's
like
good.
There's some really cool shit in it. I just don't care for any character until like 2 weeks ago. I found out about this girl. Her last name is Finger. I think her first name is Pick or Pike. Peak. I love her.
And I literally love women who crawl on all fours.
I love a tired woman. Apparently, she just looks tired. She looks like she's done with everything.
Yeah, she's great.
And I love her. And I read her Wikipedia page. I'm just like, am I really gonna start?
You got to get to season 4, man. You got to get to season 4 for Peak.
That's what like, it's like shit. I see her like walking all fours. It's like I got commitment issues. Like everybody has to deal with their own shit. Like I think I can fix her. No, probably not. But, same thing with Endeavor. I think I can fix him. I probably can, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna watch Attack on Titan just because of her. And I did that with One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is.
I don't like it. I don't like One Punch Man. I think it tries to do the parody so hard it just becomes its own thing.
Yeah, I dig that, man. Like Hot Fuzz or something.
But the thing is Hot Fuzz is like, it knows it's a parody throughout the whole thing. At one point, it just feels like One Punch Man. It just turns into a shonen.
Yeah, that it surpassed my expectations because a lot of Japanese humor is, here's this one joke and we're just going to keep hammering at you in the face with it.
Also puns.
Yeah. But One Punch Man, like, they have enough like side characters and whatnot where they keep it interesting and they keep, like, the humor fresh. And because it's not just that one joke of, like, I could beat everything in one punch. Like, all the other characters have their own shit going on.
Yeah, like Sonic is super fast and like number one killer, whatever.
Yeah, and they're weird stories just interact in interesting ways where it's not just that one joke.
I've only watched this first season solely because of Fubuki, and I don't regret my decision just because of Fubuki. But I'm probably not gonna watch a second season.
Second season,
is there more Fubuki?
Yeah.
Then maybe.
The thing is, it's different studio and it's worse animated.
It's not like Fubuki moves anyways.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I like season 2.
What's another one?
It just doesn't look as good, but otherwise, yeah, it's... I think on the whole, it's a more interesting... Well, you get actual arc going through it, whereas season 1, it's just kind of like, here are these weird escalating problems, and then they kind of come together in the end. But then, 2 has an actual story arc.
There's that one. On accident, I started reading Record of Ragnarok. I think that's another, like, shonen done decent because literally the whole show is just a tournament arc.
Yeah, that's getting an anime, right?
I don't know.
Okay. I think I saw... There's like a bunch of different gods and like main characters.
So basically, what's going on is like all the pantheons they're right. All the pantheons of different religions are right. Like all the gods exist, and they're like, humanity kind of fucking sucks. We're gonna blow it up. The Valkyries are like, no, you shouldn't do it, and the gods are like, why? It's like, cause why should you do it to begin with? They get into like a little whatever about it, and it's like, well. Let's decide like the old way with a fist fight. Like, let's have 10 gods, 10 fights against 10 humans. And the only reason why it's even is because the Valkyries turn into weapons to aid the humans. And they're real as humans. They're, like, pulled from different, like, places from the earth. Like, you get Jack the Ripper, you get Adam. 2 Japanese people can, for the life of me, escaping my mind. Just different characters, and they fight like different gods. And the art style... similar to like Attack on Titan. It's not pretty, but it works. And And they do like really fun things with the gods. Like everybody thinks of Zeus as this like super omnipotent like sensei character. He's weird and goofy and super cocky, and I like the powers that they gave to Zeus and the powers they gave to Adam as well to compare. I believe they're 4 maybe fights down, and now you're getting to like the more shady shit. It was like maybe there's more to this tournament that we know. Maybe there's somebody pulling the strings, and they just introduced Buddha, and Buddha looks like a super hipster guy from California, and I love his design so much.
Get in the camera more.
Sorry, my ass was falling out.
No, it's
there you go.
Yeah. I just remembered a series I watched that was Tower of God.
Never heard of it.
It was like a Crunchyroll exclusive.
Well, that's the first problem.
It's based off like a Korean manga. It's shonen trash. Like I checked it. I watched the whole first season because I heard a lot of hype for it. But I'm like, oh no, it's just such shonen trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to exist within perpetuity. Because the whole thing is like, oh, there's this tower we got to climb, and everybody like can fight and has special abilities, and then we just got to climb this tower, and then
that just sounds like a
just
beat 'em ups from the like a beat 'em up arcade from
it's
the
designed
90s.
to go on forever. It's not particularly interesting.
The one that's on my radar that I kind of been wanting to watch, but mostly the fan base keeps me away from watching it. God, I forgot the name of it, so I'm just gonna talk about Hunter x Hunter because that's another anime I couldn't get into, even though I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched
Is that the same creator?
Yeah, same guy.
Oh.
Yu Yu Hakusho, same guy. I don't know what it is about Hunter x Hunter. Because I like the clown guy, which apparently is like super scary. I just like him because he's a fucked up character. But I don't know what it is. I watched the 90s version of the anime, and I've been told that's not the right way to do it because the new one just cuts out all the fat that you need in order to get it. And I keep hearing like amazing things about the Chimera Ant arc.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
But I started watching it, and I'm just like, no, just not really into it.
Yeah, same here.
I don't care for the main character. Killua, the side character, I don't care for him either. And like I said, the only guy that I like, it's apparently the worst character ever, so fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just hard to get into shonen when you're in your 30s.
Yeah,
I just remembered a series I've been watching.
What's up?
Fire Force.
How is that?
It's not good.
Well, I mean...
But it's like Bleach. We're like, oh, this is cool.
I fucking love Bleach.
It's got like a cool factor to it, but it's not good.
Out of all the big three... Like, when the big three were Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Bleach?
Yeah.
I pick Bleach as my anime personality. And look at what it got me here.
Yeah, it's... I think it's better than Bleach, because you definitely get a sense that it's going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's this...
Bleach ended like ass.
It sure did. But Burn the Witch. Amazing.
I don't know if I could get into Burn the Witch, man.
I only got into it because for whatever shit we like to give Bleach, Tito Kube knows his character design very well.
Yes, for sure.
And every single character unique. Like to this day,
they look cool as hell.
Yeah, they fucking do.
Dude, I love Grimjo still.
Grimjo's great. I love Chad.
He's cool.
Chad is cool. I even like Orihime. I hate the characters which their only like thing is like, I'm the healer. I like Orihime. I think she's a cool character. He's still killing it in character design. He's still killing it. All the characters look different. Yeah, there's a couple issues with same facey, but like what anime doesn't have that.
Is Burn the Witch out now, or
I believe the first movie. Look, the OVA is out. The OVA is out. The manga is going, and I like it. They just introduce, I believe, what looks like the main villains you're gonna have to fight. Mm-hmm. they look different and they look fun, and I'm getting soul arc vibes from it, which makes me really excited.
The reason I could get into Fire Force more easily is because it's from the same creator of Soul Eater. Okay. So I know, like, oh, this guy, this is gonna have better storytelling than Bleach overall.
There's precedent to what to expect.
Yeah, whereas Bleach is just was nothing but the fights.
I feel like...
And cool abilities, but...
Well, the thing is I feel like Ichigo is not a good protagonist. He's a very reactionary protagonist.
Yeah.
And...
Whereas just he falls ass backwards into power.
Yeah. It's like... Yeah, that's the main problem I keep hearing from, like, people that can't get into JoJo Part 1. Like, Jonathan and Ichigo are very reactionary protagonists who's like, oh, I'm doing something because the bad guy is doing something instead of, like, seeking something.
Yeah.
Which just makes literally what's the new power level I have to break.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is straight up Ichigo.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I don't have my sword anymore. Well, I'm just gonna get this weird thing that I have to put my money on, this whole German theme. Oh, I lost that and I got my cool Japanese sword. Cool. What do? I'm just gonna combine it with my arrow powers because I guess my mom was a arrow person too.
Yeah, Quincy.
Thank you.
You know how many times I've read, like, the second to last chapter of Bleach? Of just like, wait, how did they beat him? Like, this entire arc, they've, like, I've achieved the power of God, you can't kill me. And then Aizen just tricks you, and then Ichigo just slashes him once with his regular fucking...
Zanpakuto?
Yeah. And then, like, but somehow that combination of power or energy wave, like, killed him and he turned into goop. I've read that so many times. I'm like, how did this kill him? How did this kill him?
I'm assuming it's a very Gold Experience Requiem situation where the antagonist has like such a ridiculous power where it's like, how do I do it? How do I beat him? Well, just do the opposite. Yeah. Like, he has the power of everything, well, I have the power of nothing, so... Look.
Do you read comics at all? Western?
No,
comics?
no,
okay.
I'm not a nerd.
It's... Fuck you. There's this... Oh my god. There's this one story called Final Crisis by Grant Morrison. I don't know. It's... in the last issue of it, like, they kill Darkseid, but then Darkseid's spirit still exists. And then Darkseid's, like, energy is talking to Superman, and then Superman's like, yeah, everything in the multiverse is just, like, vibrational frequencies, and I could just... And then, like, Superman just sings to cancel out his frequencies and kills Darkseid's spirit. I feel like that's what happened at the end of Bleach, but, like, not as well thought out or as interesting or explained.
So you're telling me Ichigo's vibes were just right enough to cancel out Aizen's vibes?
No, not Aizen's vibes. He's Aizen and...
No, Aizen, yeah.
Watch. Whatever, however pronounce his name.
It's it's a W, so it's probably with a V, like Vatch, or...
Because I don't know, man.
German.
Because... I don't know. He that dude supposedly...
Bleach, basically, the end of the story, Bleach was really cool. It got done dirty. I will stand that Hueco Mundo was the last arc. Even the last good arc, even though it was basically just Soul Arc 2.0. But goddamn, I fucking love when they reference Mexico. On anything. So, I will die on the hill that Hueco Mundo was cool as hell.
Oh, I meant to ask you at the start of this, how did you get into anime?
Just like every child did, they randomly stumbled into a cartoon that didn't look like other cartoons, and it was exploring weird themes that they probably should not be exploring, and you get really into it. That anime for me... So the one that got me straight up into anime was Evangelion. But I've seen...
a weird pick.
Well, it was an accident.
Yeah.
It was an accident. I knew what... I kind of had a general idea of anime. It was like, this cartoon does not look like my other cartoons. Mostly because in Mexico, they just imported like so many like things. So I knew what Candy Candy was. I knew what Caballeros of Zodiaco were. Saint Seiya. Well, same anime, sorry. Captain Tsubasa. And Moomin as well. I grew up watching Moomin and I really liked it. But like, I remember being like in 5th grade and flip into the channels, and we have the channel called Locomotion, which I believe is Chilean based, and they will show weird cartoons and also anime. And I stumbled into Evangelion, and it's like, cool, they have robots. I like robots. And I got into what Evangelion was. I watched the whole thing. I got traumatized. Like, yo, what the fuck did I just watch? And then my younger brother started getting into it. I'm just like, no, you can't watch that. So I would like always try to like flip it, and somehow I still got into it. And now I have a tattoo of Evangelion, and my younger brother does too. And apparently my mom wants to get one too because she wants to be a family tattoo, even though she doesn't know what it is.
You guys should watch it as a family.
I think so. I think nothing will bring us together than some teenager jacking off on top of a comatose girl.
Hey, he puts his load in his hand. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's that's okay, Louis C.K.
How do you go into anime?
I had an uncle who may have been a figment of my imagination because I don't remember ever meeting him ever again after that point.
Have you talked to your family about this uncle?
I don't know.
Okay.
But my uncle, he was in the Navy, and then he was in town. I think he was stationed in like San Diego primarily because he was on an aircraft carrier. But yeah, he was in town and just like, I don't know, had VHSs of Macross 2.
Ooh.
He's like, hey dude, check this out. Where I'm like, I don't know, 4 or 5, where I'm like, this is awesome. I can't make heads or tails of what's going on, but I just have a distinct memory of just like, Macross is going to be my thing as a kid.
I remember watching Macros really young too, and I thought they were Transformers. Because I knew what Transformers were, and I was super into Transformers, so it's like, that's how I got into Evangelion, because it's like, I was just wanted to get everything with a robot on it. And I found Evangelion, I watched it, I really liked it. But it also made me feel uncomfortable after I watched it. And then like, this was around the same time where the boom was happening, when it came to anime. I have an older brother, and he's super into Dragon Ball, so I watched Dragon Ball along with him. Same thing with Senseiya, but I got really into Magical Girl anime growing up, because it was just different.
Yeah.
And the music, I remember just being like, they had like the best openings, especially the Mexican openings. The songs are really great. Like to this day, like I still think like Sakura, the Spanish version of the Sakura Cardcaptor anime, it's amazing.
I was going to ask you if you watched Cardcaptor Sakura.
Cardcaptor Sakura. I also watched a lot of Magical Knight Reinhardt, whatever you pronounce it. It's by Clamp.
Yeah.
It's by Clamp. 3 Japanese schoolgirls, they get isekai into this world, and each one of them have different powers. Slayers was also one I watched a lot.
Yeah. This just reminded me of something where, like, when I would catch Dragon Ball Z on Telemundo, like during the closing credits, they had Cha-La, Head-Cha-La.
Cha-La.
So, well, like when I'd watch it, like at a friend's house on Cartoon Network, I'm like, what the fuck is this opening song? Dragon,
Bull Dragon.
Yeah, that's. I was like, what is this shit?
I only know.
I was just confused as a kid.
I only know about the English version of Dragon Ball Z because of the Fortune meme, that people would just shout like Dragon, Ball Dragon. I didn't know that was the opening, and I feel so bad for you guys.
It's shit.
Yeah,
I don't know why they changed. They don't do it anymore, but like,
well, they also
when anime first came over, they just might have been licensing rights, I guess.
Could be, or could also just be to like appeal to American kids, because they tend to do that. It's like, no, this is what the kids like, and they change something. Digimon had the same issue.
Oh yeah.
With the opening and closing songs, like the
it's just like in Japan, it's just like J-pop and shit.
It's fun. Like, well, it would be considered city pop almost at this point, where like how jazzy it is, the closing song, and I love it. But here you get what do you guys got? Just Digimon,
Digital Monsters, Champions, something like that. Yeah, it's not.
I will have to say thanks to me growing up in Mexico, and I had to deal with like the good openings, the good closings when it came to like the old school anime, because they didn't change anything. They just like translated the lyrics. So I got to hear like all those bangers when they were happening.
And that's something I like about. I still like about pirating and downloading anime, just because
I did that a lot too.
Like Speedgrapher, you ever watch that?
No, but what?
Do you know of it?
No, that sounds around my aisle though.
Okay, Speedgrapher. So there's this like weird cult sex club, and
is it like Shimoneta? Are you telling me about Shimoneta?
no. So in this weird cult sex club, the main character is like a war photographer, and he's like hears about this thing, so he's trying to get a scoop on there. And he finds like there's this like 14-year-old girl who's the source of this like sex club's powers.
Because why
and
wouldn't
then
it
like
be?
yeah, and then he saves her, and then like a bunch of weirdos like go after him. Like it's like a monster of the week type thing, but more interesting because it's weird.
Is it sex monsters or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like one of the guys, like he's really into like fucking.
So it's not
latex, so he wears like a rubber suit on him, but then like he also gets rubber powers, so he's like bouncing around and just stretching out and trying to kill the guy.
So Luffy. So
yeah.
So you get so.
But like the photographer guy, like anything, like when he gets his powers, like anything he takes a picture of will just explode. So he's got like a gun cannon camera, and then interesting thing happens where like, oh, I need like let's get a bigger lens on it to get a more powerful blast.
You're telling me all of this, and in my head I'm just thinking of like Fatal Frame, but the ghosts are just fetishes.
Yeah, everyone has like a fetish-based power.
Is there a CBT character, and is he the strongest?
What is that?
Cock and ball torture.
No, I don't think they get that explicit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of a sounding monster now.
No, unfortunately no. But yeah, it's cool, but because the guy's a photographer, like the Japanese opening, it's Duran Duran's Girls on Film.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But then, like, you know, naturally, because of rights, they just have, like, some generic opening. So, like, you gotta pirate the Japanese.
Talking about pirating, do you ever watch Guyver?
No.
That's a thing that everybody should pirate at least once. Or at least just watch, like, the uncensored... Yeah, just the uncensored version. Because from what I've heard, the American version is censored, and it's still really bloody, but... yeah, just watch Guyver, fuck yourself over for a little bit, and that's a thing that everybody should pirate at least once. Or also Casher. God, I really liked the Tatsunoko like hero characters.
Dude, Tatsunoko versus Capcom is my favorite fighting game in the Versus series.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And it brings Alex.
Yes.
Which I feel a lot of people should talk about the Street Fighter verse.
And the way they just handle the assist system, where like the assist is its own button, and then you could still do the motion inputs to get that specific special out from your assist.
I like that way better than pick your assist. Like
pick
your
assist. 3 picks, and then you have like their whole suite of assists. But then that's
a whole nother topic for another podcast. I feels like.
Did you ever go out to GameWorks in Schaumburg? Like when Tatsunoko was out, because they had a machine for a while. A Tatsunoko machine.
Moved to Chicago like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before this it was Nebraska, so...
Okay.
Also, getting anime in Nebraska kind of shitty. Like, if I wanted to get like any merchandise, I either had to order or I had to drive 2 hours to Omaha and hit up the mall. That way I can go to this movie store that had anime merchandise.
Oh.
And also a really bad selection of hentai, but what sort has a selection of hentai?
Asen. Get some primo hentai.
That's one of the things that makes me the saddest.
Jinchi's fun, man.
This year I was excited. I was going to go to Asen. I was going to see my brother in Asen with his wife. We're going to hang out with a bunch of friends, and then fucking COVID happened. So this year I'm making it a point to do Asen for the whole weekend, and I'm actually like picking up things for the cosplay as well.
Nice.
Because I want to go out, or go all out. Last time I went to a convention was like Nebraska Con, which is actually like halfway decent. Mm-hmm. But this was like, God, I was in my year in between high school and college last time I went to it. I still had a lot of fun. I miss conventions. Yeah. As much as shit as I like to give to weebs and anime.
Hate weebs.
I hate weebs with a passion. I hate nerds. I hate anime. I hate like everything that deals with like nerdy media. I hate it with a passion. I fucking love conventions. They're so fun.
They are. I haven't been to one in a while.
I think last time I did, I cosplay. Have you cosplayed ever?
No.
I cosplayed twice, and one of them was an accident.
Was it L?
No,
that's the easiest cosplay.
No, it's actually you're gonna love this. So I cosplayed a character. So I'm a huge pretentious film snob guy. I love Criterion, whatever. I cosplayed the god from the movie Begotten. It's a terrible movie. Don't watch it. Super pretentious. Not worth it. But I thought the character was cool, so I cosplayed that. I got a couple people took pictures of me because they thought it was somebody from Silent Hill, whatever. And at the time, I was really into facial hair because I was doing competitive mustache drawing. So I only had the handlebar mustache. I won a couple awards. I made some money off of it. I'm part of the Beer Team USA. I still get the emails.
It's the most hipstery thing I've ever heard.
I was in it. But yeah. So I only had the handlebar mustache, and I had just gotten my haircut. So I got off of my costume because it was getting really hot. It was like getting to the point where like they were gonna close down. So I was wearing my skinny jeans, my red V-neck, my boots, and I also was wearing suspenders because that's what I did. I wore suspenders. So I walked around, and then I get even more people like take pictures of me. I was like, yeah, sure thing. It's like cool. I have a handlebar mustache like that. I was getting used to it at that point. People just wanted to take a picture of me with my mustache. Turns out everybody thought I was cosplaying Hipster Mario, where I was just dressed up like myself. I was just me being me, just chilling, and people was like, yeah, Hipster Mario. It's like, sure. It was great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, man. I had a buddy who kept telling me I should cosplay the Persona 3 protagonist.
Makoto, I think that's his name.
Minato, I think, is his canon name.
You might be right. I think you sound right.
Makoto's queen.
She's also... I'm not gonna list every other anime
Makoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I had the exact same haircut for like in my early 20s, so it's just like, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put together a fucking costume.
That's
much effort.
That's kind of basically where I'm at with like who I want to cosplay. Like I just want to cosplay people that don't have to shave, and I have longish hair. So right now my picks are Asuma from Naruto, Old Man Joseph, and Big Boss.
See, I wish I could grow a beard, man. I'm genetically incapable of doing it. It's annoying sometimes.
I bet.
I'm glad I barely have to shave, like, just once a week, twice at most. But, yeah, sometimes you just want, like, that'd be cool to have that.
I mostly draw a beard because I like to fool people to think that I actually have a chin. I really don't. So, this just fools it up. Plus, I look really fucking ugly without covering my lips, so that's just another bonus of it. But yeah, anime sucks. Do not watch it. Do not recommend at all. Also, if you have to watch it, go with subs.
Oh, so another opening.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Eden of the East?
It's on my list, actually.
Okay.
I've been meaning to.
The Japanese broadcast has an Oasis song as the opening. Which, you don't get in the West.
Talking about openings and closings, so I don't know the situation is like for... Because the show JoJo and Toonami, do they? I think so.
Yeah, I watch... I don't have a TV.
Fair. Yeah. Well, then, I was going to ask you, like, do they show the ending songs for JoJo? But I'm just thinking... I don't even think you will know.
Yeah, well, I watched...
Because that's copyright music.
I've watched JoJo on Hulu, and they have,
But you watched the sub version, right?
I was watching... Oh, yeah, subs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have, the fucking...
Original Japanese recording.
Yeah. Last Ride Home, or whatever.
Last Train Home. That's like the best one.
It is, man.
Dun, dun.
I downloaded that whole album.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that oh my god, I'm just gonna rant here for a little bit. Like, I'm part of a couple of Facebook groups for JoJo, and they're horrible. I hate them. But the one thread that always comes up is like, what kind of music did JoJo got you into? And everybody fucking says King Crimson. When I'm just like, you should just know about King Crimson in general. Like,
I don't know. King Crimson's for like nerds though, still.
But you're also talking to the people that watch anime.
That's true. But like a classic rock nerd specifically. Because they're not playing King Crimson on like
anywhere.
Like on the radio.
To be fair, I don't even think they were playing on the radio when they were coming out.
Because I first heard about King Crimson from, I don't know, like looking into Stephen King, and I think there's a King Crimson song in Children of Men.
Okay.
So yeah.
I only knew about King Crimson because of the cover. And then it's like, oh, that's weird. And I just completely shut it off. Yeah. And then when Pandora was popular, I was listening to my radio station and it pops up with the album. I was like, yo, I should get into this. And got into King Crimson. But yeah, that's a thing that I don't know why it annoys me to no end. It's just like the one is like, oh, hey, what music you got into from JoJo, where like all of these bands are very well known to begin with. Also,
not last right, huh? Like no one's into jazz fusion.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Like every once in a while.
Every once in a while, just pop it in and
yeah. Because also like I hung out with the jazz band kids in high school, so like got some of it. But like yeah, it's not in anyone's sphere really.
I know I'm stealing this joke from a website, but I think like one of my favorite things I think about when people say like, oh, I like jazz. It's like, do you like jazz or do you just like Cowboy Bebop?
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
Do you love Kids on the Slope? Correction, how hard do you love Kids on the Slope?
Pretty hard.
Yeah.
God. Talking about music and anime, have you watched Megalobox yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh my fucking god, that theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit gets me hype every single goddamn time.
Dude, that...
Like, I don't care if it's a 50-year-old anime, like, this is hype as shit.
Yeah.
It is great, and the theme song for him is just amazing. I fucking love it so much.
I love, like, there's kind of like a dramatic irony in it, because if you know how Ashita no Joe ends... Mm-hmm. You get the feeling like, oh no, is this same thing going to happen to this Joe in this series? And then, like, watching it play out is very satisfying.
I rewatched it, like, early last year, and I had something to notice. He actually doesn't have a name.
Yeah. No, it's like a fake name.
Yeah, it's like they just gave him Joe. It's like that's,
Joe.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Just like Junkyard Dog or whatever.
Yeah. Talking about Hashita no Joe, apparently huge in Italy. Like, every single country has their own, like, big three.
Yeah.
Apparently Italy is, like, Dragon Ball, Hatsune no Ken, and Hashita no Joe.
You don't think of, like, Italy as a big boxing country, though.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's huge.
I just know...
I don't know.
I just know it's huge over there for some reason.
Is it because, like, the final guy's kind of Italianish?
Maybe. I don't know.
God, that's, like, one of the saddest endings for him.
But it's so brave, and it's good.
It is, yeah. Just like, nah, fuck my relationships. Boxing's the only thing that matters to me. And
that's the only thing that makes me happy, and you know what, now I'm sad. Talking about an anime or manga that just goes on forever. Hajime no Ippo. I don't think that's ever gonna get an end.
Is that still going on?
I think so.
Isn't that as old as Berserk?
It's up there.
Oh,
I want to say it's up there. I just remember watching the anime a lot and just vibing with everybody.
How many guys can you box, man?
Plenty.
Should I watch season 2 of Baki on Netflix?
Yeah.
It's a tournament arc, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like what I watched of season 1, man.
How could you
That's
not
CG?
How could you not like that he gets stronger by having sex?
I mean, that's cool.
It is, yeah. Like, it's literally, he turns from Baki the Virgin to the Chad sex haver.
Yeah.
And just starts just killing everybody. Like,
you know what I started watching is Altered Carbon Resleeved. I'm halfway through it. I mean, it's that Netflix CG anime ugliness.
okay.
But it's cyberpunk cross Yakuza.
Ooh.
Which is kind of fun to watch, that aesthetic.
I mean, so far I'm just started finally getting to Cyberpunk, and I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
And this is probably a talk for like another podcast or whatever, but like Yakuza 7, my game of the year, hands down.
Dude, that's something like... I'll keep this... Yeah, let's keep this Cyberpunk thing short. Just... In terms of having open world interaction, Yakuza spoils it for other open world games. The way you like sit down at the restaurant, you see Kazuma eating the food, and like all the food looks great, and the way you could just dick around in like fucking cafes and shit. Like, I wish every open world game had that level of interaction. Like Cyberpunk would be richer for it if like you go down to the ramen booth and you just see him like eating ramen like Deckard and fucking Blade Runner, but it's not.
It's just
not everybody could be do Yakuza.
Just simple solution: make you open world smaller.
Yeah,
make it smaller, make them livelier.
I might see this. I was torn about either re-downloading Hades because I haven't played it.
I just started that.
Yeah, I played it in early access, so I haven't played it since they first added the final boss, which was like, I don't know, 8 months ago maybe. So apparently they added a fist weapons. So fist weapons are my favorite kind of weapons. So I'm definitely going to re-download it. And then I was thinking of downloading Yakuza 0.
I've only played Yakuza 0 and 7, and they're great. Yeah. It makes me want to actually get into the rest. But I keep getting told that 1 and 2 are dookie, but I have to go through them. That way I can enjoy 6.
Yeah, I played Yakuza Kiwami and then jumped straight to Yakuza 6. Because again, like,
you can probably discern most of it.
Shonen, you get it. You could fill in the 5 games that happen in between.
Talking about a trope that Yakuza does very well, the old man with the Goro aura. I love that so much. Every single character that just is able to pull it, I'm in love with. Just once again, like JoJo's, all of them have their battle cry, and all of them come from the gut.
Effort and guts, man.
God, yeah.
Gunbuster.
God damn. I'm probably gonna watch some mecha anime right after this, to be honest with you.
Dude. You want to borrow my Diebuster DVDs?
I'm game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it's on no streaming service.
I mean, I love Gunbuster, so I've never watched the sequel, so
yeah,
I'm down.
Oh my god. You're welcome.
What?
I love it so much. It's probably my favorite anime.
Talking about just mecha in general, like what you started with Macross.
Macross, yeah.
And then you're telling me that Diebuster is your like favorite anime. How can you tell what's a good mecha anime versus a bad mecha anime? Because let's be honest, it's all over the place. And I grew up watching like Messenger Z back when it was like Super Robot. It's like, this is the new robot we have to fight. Now watch this robot shoot her titties.
I've never really gotten into like the Super Robot genre. I've mostly been like the
Real Robot.
Yeah, like with the exception of Big O.
Oh god,
Big O is so cool because they kind of play with the tropes of super mecha and like how fucking weird it gets at the end.
Well, I mean,
love it, man.
Gurren Lagann also does the same thing.
Gurren Lagann.
God, that's another good ass anime.
Remember when Gainax used to be good? Well, they're a defunct corporation now, but remember they used to be, well, even good. in quotes, because have you seen Karakano?
No, I keep being told not to.
No, it's terrible. It's so bad. It, like, you know how they wrote Evangelion as they went along and then didn't budget anything?
Didn't budget anything, and then
even worse in Karakano.
The thing is,
Hideaki Anno he should not be a showrunner. He should be like a head writer. He should not be a showrunner.
You telling me this, and then
the manga's cool though. I love it.
You tell me this, and it's like, and I'm just remembering. I really fucking like Shin Godzilla. I don't know. For some reason, I've been in like a Hideaki Anno kick. Mostly because I found out there's like some Japanese show where they play like a younger version of Hideaki Anno, and he's just fucking weird. Apparently, it's like about like how Gainax came to be, or just some kind of studio came to be. And Hideaki Anno is a character in the show, but it's played by an actor. Like an actor plays young Hideaki Anno, and he's a fucking weirdo. He gets this girl into his apartment, and apparently he starts yelling at her because she's never seen Gundam. And
I just see him doing that.
Yeah, and he just like goes on like why Gundam is great and makes her watch a couple episodes. And I just been in an Anno kick, and I just start thinking, you bring up like Hideaki Anno not being a showrunner. It's like I really enjoy Shin Godzilla, but he was the co-director, so not everything was up to him.
Yeah, because I think just Kazuya Tsurumaki is just better than him in every single way. I feel.
I will give you he's more consistent.
For sure.
Yeah. When Anno's lows are terribly low. God damn, they're awfully low. But
yeah,
the highs are Jesus.
Yeah, Karakano, they have like some like 4 recap episodes in a row, or like it's I don't know, it's rough towards the end. Where they actually took Anno off the show and Tsurumaki had to piece it together, and it's still, you know.
I mean,
it's
depression, man. Yeah, man, depression. That will get to you.
He should not be a showrunner.
So
get him in the writer's room. Just don't have him handle budget or timelines.
Yes, I will give you that. Just
because yeah. It's been,
what,
7 years? We're finally getting the last rebuild of Evangelion movie this month. One Flight to Japan.
Have you watched any of the trailers, or have you been keeping? I've been keeping blind.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited
because even the trailer could be showing us like it's mostly out of context probably. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Well, I remember this is when I had just gotten into like the movies, and I remember watching the trailer for 3.0, and it was like, I think this trailer would just show you Kaworu dying. Which, granted, yeah, I watched the original series.
Yeah.
So I should have known that, but I'm just like, are you really gonna show that scene in a trailer? And then I started thinking, this is a sequel.
Yeah, who's watching this movie?
If not you, yeah. I will have to give that to Anno. I love that we have a guy out there that can just hate his fans with relenting passion and still put out and make money off of them.
Yeah.
God, I wish that were me.
Oh no. God damn. Well, I'm trying to think. He was the main character in The Wind Rises.
Mm-hmm.
What other series? I haven't seen a lot of those early Gainax.
He was apparently...
He was an animator at Ghibli for a while.
He was an animator for... I want to say he was lead or a top animator for Nasuka.
Okay.
And then
that sounds right.
Yeah, and then they split off to the Gainax. He helped with Gunbuster, which Gunbuster's great.
Yes.
Then they got Eva. He also had like a bunch of TV spots, I guess.
I put great with an asterisk for Gunbuster. It's something.
It's great.
Again, with like the Hot Fuzz thing, where it starts off as a parody and then becomes an escalated version of the thing it's parodying. But yeah, I love it, man.
It's Jesus. I mean, they referenced the kick in Eva, and also like
there's so much things they use from
Gunbuster.
Gunbuster pioneered so many things that they use in mecha anime.
Well, just in things in general. I remember living in Mexico and going to the arcade and playing Rival Schools or Project Justice. I don't know what it would call it back then. But I remember playing with Akira, and her special was you did the Gunbuster kick. You kick up in the air, you do like 20 flips, and then you do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think Anno and Capcom had a good relationship or knew each other. It was just Capcom thing is like, yeah, I remember Gunbuster.
Yeah.
Let me put a character as nothing like the girls from Gunbuster.
Yeah, I was trying to remember this thing from this interview that I either watched or read, but I don't remember who it was from or what it was about. So, yeah. I think like it was a video game developer, and he got praised for like a bunch of cool shit nobody's ever seen before in like video games. But then it's just like, yeah, we were just taking shit from manga and anime. Like, it's not revolutionary. It wasn't revolutionary. Oh, no. It was a book. No, it was a book about the making of Final Fantasy V. And it was Sakaguchi, who was like, everybody was like praising all these really cool things about the Final Fantasy series when it came to the West. And he was just like, no, we're just borrowing ideas from fucking manga and anime. And yeah. It was fresh to you guys, but you know,
we've done
it was tongue in cheek for everyone in Japan.
I also like it when they do that, but backwards when we see references to Western media and anime. Like it's just like I don't like Star Wars at all. I like that we have Wedge and
Biggs
in like every single Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that Jotaro is just literally just posting like Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, every single time that he can. Kojima, in that matter, I just like that he just like I just really like Kubrick a lot, so that's why I don't write good women ever. Talking about Kojima and anime,
man, I couldn't get into Death Stranding. I played like 2-3 hours of that, and
I did the same thing. The gameplay frustrated me, so I'm thinking of just starting on super easy and just watch it, just go through it, watch it, and just enjoy it. But yeah. I mostly bring up Kojima and anime because have you ever played Police Nuts? It did not age well and it's super frustrating, but holy shit, is there some aesthetics in that thing.
Yeah, because I've seen a ton of screenshots. I've always wanted to play it, but I don't like visual novels or adventure games.
I don't like visual novels either. But didn't you tell me to get into Turns and Sentinels?
Oh, yeah.
I bought it, and here you're telling me you don't like...
13 Sentinels is my second favorite game of 2020, man.
That's
how strong the characters in the story are, how... It feels like it would falter because it plays with pretty much every sci-fi trope possible.
Well,
but it does it so well.
I read a little bit. I read a little bit. It tries to do the Octopath Traveler thing, where it's like every single character has his own storyline.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
But then it all comes together, and it's beautiful.
I have gotten like no spoilers because literally all I hear from everybody that I've met that plays certain Sentinels like you should play it, and they tell me nothing about it, which I super appreciate. But I bought it for Black Friday and it's just sitting there unopened. Mostly because I'm going through other stuff, but is it really that strong?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was, for most of the year, I'm like, no, this is my favorite game of this year. And then Cyberpunk happened.
Yeah, fun.
I mean, a lot of people can't play it, but I put like 220 hours into it, and I'm still dicking around just with different builds.
That's me with Yakuza 7. I have like 150 hours on that game, and I'm still going through it because I really like Ichiban.
That's what I hear, man. Because
once again, kinship. He's literally just fucking Kubawara from Yu Yu Hakusho. He's an idiot, but he's
so good-natured and
good-natured, and he's clever. Like he's not smart at all, but he's clever.
Yeah.
And he knows like how things operate, and like I love him, and the character that they have to replace Majima, I love him. He's my favorite one too. Just a strong cast in general. God, I wish we had that kind of cast in anime in general. I really do, because like even the one-noted characters are just like really strong, and you look back at like a shonen anime, it's like the one noted character is just there's nothing.
Yeah, that's like all the weird little side stories in Yakuza, where a lot of RPGs should borrow from Yakuza. Yakuza's it's so good. It's so good.
If you haven't gone into it, get into Yakuza.
Yeah.
Even if you start with 7 is removed enough to where you can just play it. Like,
but they even got rid of the 7 in the West, where it's just Yakuza
like a dragon.
Because they know like this is gonna be a lot of new battle system, new main character. A lot of people are gonna jump on because fucking Yakuza 6. Who's jumping in on the 6th game?
I did.
Yeah.
I did because I bought a collector's edition because I really wanted those glasses.
The glasses and the fucking whiskey stones.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had them, and then I moved to a new apartment, and they broke. So now I don't have them anymore. Got the coasters, though.
I had it, thought about using it, and then ended up selling the collector's edition.
Fair.
Because, my thing for 2020 was, like, no more collector's editions. Like, the only one I have left is... that I haven't sold is Valkyria Chronicles for Spider-Man and Sekiro, because I love those statues in them.
I am really pissed I didn't jump on the Sekiro Collector's Edition.
It's sitting in a box, so like all statues that I have,
fun
sitting in a box. But, yeah. Like, I'd love to build a streaming setup where I have a bookshelf in the back and just have all my statues.
You want to have the streamer setup.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's pretty much every streamer setup. But yeah, I'd love to have that. But again, I
money things.
Yeah.
If I ever got into streaming, which I probably never do because I don't think I'm that interested.
Oh, I'd love to make that, and I'd probably just stream once. Because I like to enjoy my games. I don't want to fucking talk to somebody while I'm playing a game.
I already talk to myself as is. It would just have a camera on it. But like the thing is like I don't think I'm that interesting. But that being said, I did have like a pretty fun idea. If I love Soulsborns, I would just do like a normal Soulsborne playthrough. But every single time I die, my dog gets a pet. So I pet him once. Every single time I die, and he will probably just mellow out or just come out. His forehead will be raw or something. But I think that would be like my only like cool streamer idea. And then it's like, what the fuck do I do? Probably turn to a VTuber.
Yeah, man, VTubing.
What would be your VTuber persona? Because man would be an alligator that smokes crack. Because nobody does that. Everybody's a smog anime girl. I want to be an alligator that smokes crack.
This is my lack of imagination. When you said what kind of VTuber would you be, I just immediately thought like I'd be a white cube. Maybe with a face on it.
Falling in love, it'd be unique. It'd be unique in the sea of little girls with an animal attached to it.
Like a fucking tofu from Resident Evil.
There you go. God, I didn't finish Resident Evil 2.
What?
Okay, I didn't finish the remake. Because I finished it when it first came out. When I finished the original, I didn't finish the remake.
It's kind of different-ish.
I know. It's still sitting there. I just didn't finish it. I got sad. I was like, no, I'm not going to play video games. Anyways. That tofu came back for the Resident Evil collaboration for Monster Hunter. And I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand the joke, the references. But I remember going around with my gunlance with a little tofu in the back. I was like, yeah, this is cool to somebody.
You're a gunlance guy.
Gunlance, yeah. I like being a huge coward and having a shield in front of me, but I like telling people that they're the pussies because they can see my huge nuts from my big shield.
Yeah. Well, gunlance, it's fucking... You need that tank. You need the tank. Especially when you're doing high-end stuff, man.
The funny thing about gunlance is like the best way to play is with evade lancing and not use the shield at all. It's actually not. It actually just play like a slapstick. That's the best way to play Gunlance. So I did Gunlance through all of World, and then Iceborne came out, I was like, you know what, Sword and Shield. I love Sword and Shield. I'm excited to see what weapon I'm gonna pick for Rise. It's probably gonna be the Switch Axe, because I didn't play any Switch Axe.
Switch Axe is cool.
I didn't play Switch Axe in World. I lost my 1,000-hour file for the game when I moved over to PS5. But I remember like my least played weapon was Switch Axe. I only had like 12 things on Switch Axe, so I'm probably just gonna be playing that in Rise.
Yeah, when I first started World, I was all about Charge Blade, and then too many people were playing Charge Blade, so
it's the try-hard weapon.
Yeah, it's so fun though.
Yeah,
just that rotation, the attack rotation of it. So I tried out Switch Axe. Switch Axe is fun. I don't have a lot of time on it, but like I settled on my two things being Insect Glaive and Hunting Horn.
Everybody says that the Charge Blade is like the most complicated weapon in Monster Hunter. No, it's by far the Hunting Horn. Yeah, like you have to think about your upkeep. You have to think about like where you're gonna move your stick to get the upswing. You gotta think about a bunch of things. I think that's legit the hardest weapon to play in the game.
If you're not doing like the, because I didn't get to like the G rank stuff or whatever, because I didn't play Iceborne. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not getting hit and you're buffing everyone, it's passable. Like, if you got a big swing going, as long as you just, like, aim for the head, it's fine. But, yeah, you just make sure, like, oh, that one's ticking down, let's re-up that one.
Let's get the attack excel. What were we talking about anime first?
Yeah.
Talking about anime, now that we're adding Monster Hunter to it.
I want to see that Monster Hunter movie, man. I gotta find a theater that's playing it.
I was gonna say... So we talked about shonen. Shonen's clearly like sent to people like
shonen is ass is the bottom line.
Very much shonen is very much ass.
I will keep watching Fire Force though. It's cool. Check it out. It's not necessarily good, but it's cool.
If it has a strong female character or an idiot muscular man, I'm probably gonna watch it regardless of what animated it is.
Fire Force.
I've seen
has a muscular woman.
I've seen the girl
and an idiot character.
I've seen those characters, and I'm just like, what about the brown girl with the pink hair? What'd she do? Why are you not guys showing that? You guys should be showing her.
Oh, she's great. Yes, I was trying to think of like, all right, Hibana. Yes, she's cool.
Yeah, like it's a very similar Fubuki situation where like I'm probably just gonna watch it because of the one woman.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So you don't see a lot of her because she's the captain of another squad, but in the manga, like you see more of like the different firehouses like team up, so you see more of her.
Gotcha.
In the series.
I saw a
not as much. It's like as much as you see other captains in Bleach.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
isn't there like a guy that just does wrestling moves?
Yeah, the captain of like the main firehouse, because he doesn't have any powers, so he's just like works out all the time.
So I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't know anything about wrestling culture.
Wrestling's the best, dude. Too sweet me.
I love wrestling.
Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, I love wrestling characters. They always end up being the most fun.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. When I got into wrestling a couple of years ago, professional wrestling replaced shonen for me, because it's just like this thing that's going to go on forever, and it's just like a bunch of cool fights. They just cut out the
fat.
They cut the fat out. It's just like fights and characters.
Well, you don't get to have filler episodes in wrestling.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot of filler.
Oh really?
Yeah. Depends on the promotion you're watching. I watch New Japan primarily because weeb.
Yeah.
Also, it's got amazing wrestling. Thing is that they have like a lot of Western wrestling. They have like the weekly shows. So you just you get your weekly thing. But like New Japan, they're a touring company, so they tour around Japan. So they have more of like a sports schedule where it's just like happens on whatever day, and like there's as many shows as there are like baseball games in a year, which means like there's a fucking lot of them. So there's a lot of filler in New Japan just because like we're in this town this week, we're gonna have a bunch of tag matches that don't matter.
Do they do the?
But they do a tournament arc a couple tournament arcs every year. It's great.
How do you have a tournament arc in wrestling?
You just like you have different tournaments, and the winner of that tournament gets the challenge for the belt.
Talking about wrestling and anime.
Yeah, wrestling is shonen, dude.
Talking about wrestling and anime, you know what didn't age very well? Cookie Man.
What the hell is that?
It's a really weird, like, alien wrestling anime.
Oh, the guy with the fin and the lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the good Nazi.
Okay.
They have a good Nazi.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, they have a good Nazi.
I watched like a little bit of it.
He's straight up like he literally held Hitler's as his ultimate move.
Ooh, they probably cut that out of Cartoon Network.
I think so, because the one they show in Cartoon Network that I got to watch in Mexico was God, I'm just thinking about Mexico's history with Germany and Break-A-Cast, whatever. They had the second generation, so you actually see the sons of the wrestlers from the 80s. From the main Cookie Man, you have the kids from them. It's basically the Boruto version of them, and that's how I found out about them. The Nazi kid still has the Heil Hitler finishing move, but his hand turns fire. So it's the red hand of dead, at least in the Spanish translation, and somehow they got away with it.
Good old
racism.
Yeah.
Talking about racism and anime, have you watched Gundam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched I haven't watched 00. I think 00 is like the only main Gundam series I haven't watched, just because I watched the first couple episodes. I'm like, this is like.
It starts very slow.
This is like Wing, bro. And I don't like Wing.
I don't like Wing. Well,
I also don't like the designs of the 00 series. Too leggy.
Really?
Too long in the leg. Torsos are short. I don't like it.
But you like Iron Blooded?
That's fine because they look skeleton-y and bare bones, and I dig that.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's like 00 exists in the uncanny valley of weird Gundams, whereas Iron Blooded Orphan goes past it and like, no, let's get weirder, and it looks cool.
G Gundam has Space Mexico, which is just a sombrero up in space.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that for us. I really do. Tequila Gundam, just being a guy with a poncho sombrero and a cactus.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a couple of friends like a couple of weeks ago, and I was showing, it's like, yeah, check out this racist robots, and we're just cracking up at some of them. I think Switzerland or some country up there.
Like Netherlands has Windmill Gundam.
Windmill Gundam. There's one of them is just straight up a fish with legs. Yeah. It's literally just a Gundam inside of a fish.
Dude, I love how Chobody Crockett, man. He's the U.S. guy. It's a football player cowboy. He's got the dual pistols.
God, yeah.
But for some reason, Germany has a ninja.
They were very sneaky, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though Japan has troubles with China and all the fun stuff, I like that. No, was it China or Hong Kong that got Master Gundam?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Master Gundam is just iconic to me.
It's got a horse.
Yeah, and horns and a weird cape wing thing,
like a little unicorn-y thing.
Yeah,
sticking out.
Yeah, fucking yeah, cool kick ass.
I think that was one of my first model kits. Was Shining Gundam.
I think mine was Metabots. I remember hanging out like.
You a Metabee guy or a Rakusho guy?
I had to be Metabee because me and my younger brother had this thing where like if he liked something I couldn't like it, and if I liked something he couldn't like it. So he liked Rakusho, so I had to like Metabee. Yeah. But I like the red one with the two horns.
Arcbeetle? Dude, Arcbeetle's so cool.
That's the one I got. That was my first model kit.
Oh, dude, yes. Arcbeetle's sick.
He is fucking cool. Like, Metabots. God, what's another like anime during that era that was like, we're literally just making this anime to sell toys and nothing else? I almost want to say...
Was there a lot of Zatch Bell merch? Or was Metabee...
I forgot
Metapod's a little older than Zatch Bell.
I forgot about Zatch Bell.
Zatch Bell is creepy as fuck, right?
It's fucking weird. Like...
Fucking doll and puppet people are weird, and then you have a whole anime where...
Well, I was gonna say, like, I can handle, like, one or two, but, like...
The entire series is that, man. It's all a bunch of Carl Clovers.
God, I fucking hate Carl Clover. Anyways, but no, I was gonna say, like, the thing that fucks me up with Satchel or Sackbell, whatever the hell you call it, it's like the funny relief character is the fucking horse. And the whole point of the horse is like, so to anybody who doesn't know, basically there's just these dolls, they have this tournament that they have to fight each other, and each doll has his own master.
Power, too. Zetchbell shoots lightning out of his mouth or something.
Yeah, there's one that controls like black holes, and somehow it's not the most broken thing.
How is that not? Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, the Lolita girl was just too sad to do anything.
Okay. Because if you know Gunbuster, you know there's nothing more powerful than a black hole.
Sure is. Apparently also One Piece has black holes too, but I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, the comic relief character is this horse that just doesn't have a master, has never found it. It's not like you could just pick a master, you're linked to this person. Until the very last arc, I want to say, and then he finds it, and it's just this really fucking cool guy. And the horse, it turns out to be like the coolest fucking character in the whole thing, and it's just like, it does this thing where like, how much do you watch Naruto too? Do you know about Rock Lee?
Yeah.
It does the Rock Lee thing where it's like this lame ass character sucks.
I still hate Rock Lee.
I love Rock Lee's one of my favorite ones. Like is this lame ass character, doesn't do anything, and then he gets one cool thing, and it's like, I wish this character was like this the whole fucking time. Because the horse, its power, he just gets armor and super speed, and he just rolls around. He just turns into a bigger unicorn, and he just starts killing shit, and it's the coolest thing ever. And I think you only get him for like 10 episodes.
I watched like, again, like not having cable, I only watched like whatever random episode that was on when I was at a friend's house or something.
I've only watched it because I think it was coming before something, and I didn't want to watch the thing. I didn't want to miss that show, so I would tune in earlier to make sure I caught it. So I will catch Satchel. But still, I was just like, I would be fine if I missed the episode.
Yeah.
But I just clearly remember the source. Also, talking about Rock Lee, one of my biggest pet peeves is character that is stronger than the main character, but always gets beaten. Like, hands down. Like, every single time. Like, Rock Lee has that issue.
Yeah.
Chad in Bleach has that issue.
Happens a lot in wrestling, too. Like, why are you putting that guy over this guy?
Like, and it's always like they unlock this new thing, and they're stronger, and because they're so tired from exerting themselves, they just get beaten right away. It's never like, oh, something clever come out, or you guys are even.
Yeah.
I think the only one that does it right in Naruto, anyways, is my guy. Because I believe like straight up like Madara just says like,
Madara.
Yeah, it's like,
you're the greatest taijutsu user.
Yeah, it's
I've
like,
ever encountered.
please stop fucking with me. Like you're stronger than me. And then does his own thing.
But he burns out all his energy, man. He can't open all the chakra gates.
So otherwise you die. But then,
dude, I was annoyed when he didn't die.
That's okay. So that's my issue that I have with Naruto.
Just this is at the end of the series. Just kill him. Like have him opening all the chakra gates matter. Just have him die.
Have him die, and then just
rather than just in Boruto, he's like, "Hey, I'm hanging out in a wheelchair,"
and then it will give Kakashi like more like to his characters, because Kakashi's cool as hell, but like Mad Guy was his best friend, straight up. So like having your best friend die and then having to do all that shit, that would have been cooler. That was my main issue with Naruto.
I mean, it's like a overused trope to like just fridge someone, have him die, and then power up the other guy. But like, it works, man.
It works. It works. It works when it's done right, and when it's done right,
and if it's Might Guy.
Yeah.
Of him, like, these are the stakes. I have to open that last chakra gate to even hit this guy.
And if he were to die, it doesn't matter how strong Kakashi will get, it will not get stronger than Might Guy. So like, whatever.
But it will get stronger when fucking Obito just gives him the fucking Sharingan.
So here's what the thing with Naruto. I haven't watched. So I read I started watching Naruto and then I started reading it because I wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
And then
I hate filler.
I hate filler, and I actually really like Naruto. But I started reading until when Pain comes over and fucks up Konohana or whatever the village is. Yeah. I was super into it, and he just kills a bunch of people. A bunch of shit happens, and then
Dude, Pain is so cool.
Pain is cool. The whole Akatsuki is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love Kisame. Kisame is my favorite, like, Akatsuki character. Kisame is, like, easily my top 3, like, Naruto characters. But Pain fucks shit up. He kills a bunch of people. A bunch of, like, actual, like, things happen that could have some ramifications to what he does. And then Naruto comes over, goes to the raiding village. It's like, don't be sad, because I'm not sad. And then the original Pain is like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to revive everything and do nothing. That was my biggest issue. It got me mad, and I stopped reading it.
Okay.
Then my friend, last year, she started getting me into Naruto again, so I started watching it again. And now I'm caught up to the part where I stopped.
Okay.
And now I'm at the point where, like, if I watch this again, will, like, make me stop reading it or watching it. Because I keep hearing amazing things about Killer Bee. But I have no context for Killer Bee other than...
I like Killer Bee because he does a lariat, which is, you know, classic wrestling.
I like his brother, the Raikage. I think the Raikage is cool as shit. Because he literally just power bombs.
Yeah.
And
something amazing.
Yeah. And then I want to know more shit about Kisame because I got spoiled on Kisame. So I got spoiled about Kisame's second form through fanfiction. I was reading some fanfiction because I got bored. Why would you
ever read fanfiction?
Fuck it, quarantine. What else are you gonna do?
I guess.
Some people do TikToks. Like, I started getting into fanfiction.
At least erotic fanfiction?
No, literally, in this fanfiction, there's this maid that they hire to just accompany the Katsuki members, and it's an offshot. And this, like, she finds out about Samahera, whatever the sword is called. It's like, yeah, and we get to fuse together. And spoiler for mating benefits fanfiction. Go read it, by the way. Kisame, when he turns into his shark form, he has 2 dicks. So he just DPs the girl by himself.
Oh boy.
Anyways, I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know he could fuse with a sword.
Yeah.
I found out about it through fanfiction.
Pretty cool. Like, Killer Bee's just carrying the sword. Kasame's hiding it the whole fucking time.
I see. I didn't know that either.
Oh, did I just spoil it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, like, Naruto is one of those things where I don't care about being spoiled because it ended so long ago.
That's true.
And I already know, like, the end, what happens. I have a general idea. But those little things, like, Kisame turns into a shark monster. I didn't know anything about that. It makes me love him even more.
Kisame, I don't know, man. Just imagining a person with shark skin grosses me out.
Have you ever touched a shark?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
just like ew.
Yeah, I mean
that maid is in for a rough time.
You sure? That actually makes me like him even more because I'm just like, yeah, ew, you're not only evil, you're gross.
Yeah. Also, why would he get 2 dicks?
Sharks had 2 penises.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they just had cloacas and they fucking.
Well, the cloaca, like, is the pouch where you put it and everything.
No, the cloaca is the hole. Birds got cloacas. They, like, some species, like, press cloacas and they just pass, like, a package of sperm into the other cloaca. The female.
God, they have it so easy.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had cloaca. Anyways.
Just everything comes out of it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
It will make restroom breaks so much easier. But, like, no, yeah, like, Shark has 2 penises, so that's why he has 2 penises when he fuses with the Samahera.
Good for him.
I know.
Oh, something that pissed me off, because every once in a while I'll watch, like, a Boruto clip on YouTube, just like, what dumbass shit's happening here? And then, like, Hidan pops up. They brought Hidan back, which fucking... I guess he's chopped up in a hole, so they can just dig him out, but fuck you, man.
So, you say that stupid thing, and I was gonna mention, there's this really cool thing in Boruto.
Get the fuck out of me.
So, I only like it because it makes Asuma's daughter, like, super cool.
It does.
I love Asuma. I think he should have gotten way more limelight.
It lessens the whole thing of Shikamaru.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I don't think it's actually Hidan. I think it's just a follower from Hashin. I think it's the same religion.
No, I thought it's Hidan. Because otherwise it's not going to have that much impact if Asuma's daughter, like, is fighting... I'm pretty sure it's Hidan. I'm pretty sure... Because, again, I've only seen the fight clip. I'm pretty sure they dig him up.
I've only seen the fight clip, too, and it makes her daughter looks really fucking cool, because she has the knuckle sabers. And
like, well, also has her mom's genjutsu ability.
And I'm just like, this is tight as shit. But I'm pretty sure it's not Hidan. I think it's just a follower. Whatever. It's just... The thing that you thought was stupid, I thought was so cool as hell.
Okay. Keep Hidan in the ground. Everyone who died in Naruto, keep them dead.
Yeah.
You should have killed Might Guy.
Should have killed Mad Guy. Those people that dying when Pain came over should have kept dead.
Yeah.
But, whatever. And you couldn't revive Neji?
Nah, you don't need Neji. Well, here's the thing. If you're going through the trouble of killing Neji, but you don't kill Might Guy, what the fuck do you do?
What I really like about Neji, just as a general, is like all along he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because I don't know if you all remember, like at the very beginning, like the whole like big thing about Neji and Naruto fighting for the first time was like, Neji thinks it's all predetermined, it's all destiny. You're born into it. And Naruto's like, no, like hard work will get you anything you want to. You can escape from all of that.
He's like, nah, Naruto was born into it.
Towards the very end, it's like with Kaguya, it's like, this was all predetermined. It was meant to happen. Neji was right all along.
What a good guy.
I love Neji. God damn. Do you think we're ever gonna get a good Berserk anime?
No.
You ever think we're ever gonna get a Vagabond anime?
Vagabond?
Yeah.
Which one? Is that the guy with a lion head?
No, Vagabond is the one based on Yamato Musashi. It's made by Inoue, the same guy that made Slam Dunk.
Oh,
the samurai with the gorgeous art. You ever think you're gonna get an anime?
No.
I hope we never do. God, I hope we never do. And if they do, it's probably gonna be CGI, and it's probably gonna have like really shitty watercolor strokes.
Did they ever make like a 5-star stories anime?
I have no idea.
Okay. I've never read it, but I've seen images of it, of just how gorgeous the art is in that. And I heard the artist, like writer specifically, like doesn't want an anime of his series because like they won't capture his art. Because
the big thing is like, because anime just has to be churned out so fast.
Yeah.
And you have to take time in order to like show what the artist was showing at the time. So there's gonna be like a couple animes that are just gonna be impossible to animate, I feel. Berserk is gonna be one of them. Like, doesn't matter how hard you try, doesn't matter how many times Gag says that there should be more Berserk. Because you know that, right? Like, apparently... Okay, so... I don't know if this is one-to-one, but, like, I know Gag is a huge Berserk fan, and he just mentioned that he wishes, like, more people go into Berserk, or there was more Berserk, and then the movies start coming out. Yeah, because I think he
needs to lobby for that manga to finish in our lifetime.
Kentaro Miura just needs to stop playing Idolmaster. Apparently he's a huge fan, so like
that's what I've heard too.
So there's only two things I know about Kentaro Miura. It's that one picture you find of him whenever you search his name in Google, and that he likes Idolmaster.
Yeah. I don't care if it ends good. I just want to end. Just make the sloppiest ending possible. I just want this done and out of my life. So,
are you camp Griffith did nothing wrong? Or are you camp Femto that it was all Femto? Because I've heard that it wasn't Griffith, it was Femto.
It was Griffith, man. It was Griffith, and you gotta be fucking delusional if you think... Oh my god.
You know, those people that say Femto did nothing, Griffith did nothing wrong, probably also really like the Joker.
Yeah. Also, they're probably the same people who think Rorschach's the hero of Watchmen.
God.
Which is, like, all those people who are... Did you watch the HBO series?
No, but you can spoil it if you need to spoil.
Okay. But the whole thing of, like, all these Watchmen fans, like, Rorschach's not the bad guy. Like,
he's a fucking psycho.
Are you kidding me? Like, the fact that you are taking umbrage with this and like you're sending like death threats to people is proving the point that Rorschach would inspire a bunch of
psychopaths,
like right-wing gun nuts, to take up arms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your existence of your fucking bullshit proves that these creators are right. That like, no, Rorschach with his beliefs would inspire a bunch of conservative nuts.
And look at us in January 6th, 2021.
Yep, hell of a time.
Oh my goodness.
It's good to be an American.
God, I'm not even American. Anyways, goddamn.
Yeah.
What's another like super misunderstood character you feel is in the anime sphere? Because Griffith is definitely one of those that I feel like.
Here's the thing.
And I'm not saying like
I can't forgive Griffith, but what he's doing is right and what that world needs.
You're talking about Falconia?
Yes. The way he's uniting everybody, he's making the world a better place. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Asterisk.
But like the thing is, like Guts is gonna have to kill him because like I love that moment. Like, and it's a shame we're only getting good moments like once every 5 years with Berserk now, where he gets to the island and he's
so
like
much juicier.
The fairy king is like, or whatever is like, yeah. Griffith is actually accidentally fucking up the entire world by mixing magic and this real world. So you got to kill him in order to not have this world destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And Guts is just like, I was over it, man.
Yeah.
I was ready to leave that behind me.
I'm tired.
Just like, yeah. But then, like, nope, I gotta...
And Casca remembers him.
Yeah.
God,
We're not getting the payoff for that for another 5 years because, again, we get 2 chapters a year.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, last year we got 3.
Yeah. Oh, God, I just want to end. Just end it, man. We're gonna get another 5 years of him being on a boat heading back to the mainland. Probably.
I think we went through the whole Obama administration in that boat.
Oh my God, I think you're right.
Shit.
What made it especially painful is, while I was in college, I got caught. I read all of Berserk over the course of 3 days, and then which is a lot because that's been going on since like 88, 87, something like that.
But it's like what, like 300 chapters?
Yeah. So like, but reading it just in like 2-3 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I was like, I think I was writing a paper for it on class or something. I was giving, I don't know.
You were doing a thing.
I was doing a thing for school or whatever. So like, well, I'm gonna read this whole thing, which was fucking awesome. But then after that, like wanting to catch up and like having chapters come out so infrequently, and then with each passing year they come out more and more infrequently, was just so painful. Just like,
See,
and then now I'm good with like, hey,
new chapter.
All right, I'm not gonna hang my hat on this because
let's see what the C God Hand says after I read this.
Like, we're finally getting the Skull Knight's backstory, and they teased that, I don't know, in the 90s?
They teased that in the 90s, back when you get to see God, but it apparently gave too much of the plotline away. And even then, when you see even when you have the latest chapter, you get to see, it doesn't matter like how many times I read it, I always forget the God Hand's names. Brain guy. Void, not Void. Is it Void?
I don't know, man. All I remember is Slan because she's sexy.
Fair. You get to see the POV of Skull Knight, and then you get to see what I personally feel like the older God Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even showing me the God of Causality like early in like chapter 60-ish would not have led me to believe this at all. I feel. Granted, I'm making the connection now, but I still would not like seen that coming at all. I don't know what Miura is doing. I just hope it ends good. I
just want it to end.
You want it to end? I hope it ends with God's at peace. Whether he's dead, dying, happy, with Casca, somebody else, I just hope he's at peace. That's all I want.
I think we'll get that. But if it ends, I think we'll get Guts at peace. Mm. But I don't think it'll end. I think he will for sure die before he wraps up this story.
Berserk is one of the few series I will forgive for never ending or keep going for this long. I will do that the same thing for One Piece. God damn, I just want it to end. I just want it to end. I want it to be over with. I want people to just shut up about it. I really, truly do. Even the cool parts, I don't think they're that cool. Honestly, I think the coolest part is Jinbei, the shark person, and Chopper, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like a fucking, I don't know, man. 1,000 chapters. That's...
It's not even the length of 1,000 chapters. It's just, I still don't... From somebody tells me, there's still no, foreseeable end goal at all.
Yeah.
Yes, the whole deal...
If they get the One Piece...
Yeah, and apparently there's more supplementary things that adds to what the One Piece is and what it was actually meant. I don't know. Apparently they reveal a couple things throughout the going of the manga that there's more to it or something like that, and there's more to Luffy. But I just don't care. I don't care for Luffy. I don't care. The one character I like, Sanji, ends up not being cool at all.
With all the stuff I've heard about it, I haven't heard anything exceptional. Nothing that makes it stand out from other shonen. Dude, there's this one cool fight, and then there's cool fights in all shonen.
Yeah.
This has maybe 50 more fights because it's just been going on so much longer. But yeah, a cool fight isn't enough to get me into a shonen. A character with a cool design or cool powers, because that's a dime a dozen at this point. But if you have something like My Hero Academia, where you have compelling characters and them going through compelling arcs, then yeah, I'm in. And I was really hesitant to get into that. Because I'm this looks like Naruto in a green jumpsuit. Then oh no, this is different. This is possibly the best superhero animated series or television series I've seen.
From the get go, it just looks like, oh, this is just Naruto 2.0, and then Greenuto. But then the Sasuke of the show, will you consider?
Bakugo.
Well, okay, I was gonna ask you, will you consider Bakugo or Todoroki the Sasuke?
No one really fills that specific Sasuke role, though.
Exactly, and I think that does it very well.
Yeah.
I love Bakugo. I love my feral boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer that if All Might would have met Bakugo first, he would have given him the power. Because I just feel like Bakugo just filled those notches. The only thing that he needs to control is his anger. Because he has drive, he has passion. He's just really fucking angry.
Yeah. I don't know. Lemillion should have gotten it.
Oh my god, Lemillion.
Fucking...
Another character.
Oh, he's so great, man. But he has that same thing that All Might saw in Midoriya, of just even without powers, I'm still gonna do it. Oh.
You just think, oh my god, that's
so cool, dude. The fucking.
I don't care that he looks like 10-10. He's fucking cool.
Yeah, I love that he gets naked.
Hey, best part, honestly.
Yeah.
That I love Tokiyami. I love the fact that Tokiyami is getting used more and more throughout the series. In the manga, he actually does a couple cool things. Red Riot is really fucking
yeah.
A bunch of side characters are cool, and they don't get their own little story arcs, and they're really cool.
Who's the traitor? Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you. I will tell you something. I will tell you this.
I know enough about the manga of kind of what's going on currently, but yeah, because I've seen. I might just read it.
You should read it. I mean, it's only 297, 298 now.
Okay.
So not super hard, especially if you just start from whatever the season is.
Yeah, just fucking Endeavor beating that guy, beating that Nomu.
God, Endeavor's so fucking cool.
Yeah. I can't wait for the. Well, no, the next season is coming out like in a month or two. So
and
I could
now
just wait.
people can shut the fuck up about Hawks.
Is it a?
So Hawks is cool. Hawks is cool. Don't
I
get
like
me wrong.
Hawks.
Yeah, but he only shows up in the anime for like 2 episodes, and everyone's in love with him for no goddamn reason.
It's like he's the Batman of that universe. Kind of, for real, but he needs that powerhouse of Superman to be like, you're the symbol of hope. I can't be that guy.
But there's only 2 episodes that he shows up, and everyone's in love with him already.
I've only seen him in 2 episodes, and he's barely in the second movie.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
And in the manga, like you get to
he's that Batman. He's that universal Batman. I love it. He's like not the most powerful guy, but he's like the most clever guy, and he knows how to use his powers.
There's more. Like, you're not wrong, but I'm just like, there's only 2 episodes. Like, if you read the manga, I get it. If you read the manga, I get it. I fully support it. If you only watch the anime, I don't understand how. Whatever.
He's so cool, dude. He's so cool.
I'm not saying he's not cool. I'm just saying, like, how do you get that from 2 episodes? That's just really my big thing. I say that, and then I'm here, like, I fucking love Miroku, the bunny girl.
You only see her like once, right?
Yeah, she does a bunch of cool shit in the manga. And by a bunch of cool shit, I'm saying like a couple chapters.
Because I've seen some stuff where she's like a physical fighter, which I.
You play Bloody Roar, right?
Yeah.
Same powers as the bunny girl from that. Yeah. Just kicks really fucking hard.
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it.
You have to.
I'm gonna get caught up.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, I can wait because the new season's. From the trailers, I know they're not showing a lot, but the trailers look like it's a filler arc. I'm just like, oh, we're gonna settle this class rivalry, and that's like the only part they've shown in the trailers. I know there's more that's gonna happen in the season, but
there's like a training thing that happens in the manga, and you get to find out more about this. My Hero Academia does this wonderful thing where like every single like female character that puts out, I'm just like, cool, I like you now. For just the minimal of reasons, like Minna, she's a fucking idiot. I love her because of that.
She that acid one?
Pink girl. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She can dance now.
Yeah, she can break dance. She's cool. She's with it. I can vibe with her. They add in like a new like reptile character girl, and I love her just because literally her power is just I get to split into pieces, and all the pieces are.
We already have a frog person. We don't need a reptile person.
But, yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, but we do. At least I do. At least I need a reptile girl. Anyways. You read or just watched Demon Slayer?
Watched. I read the last arc. I skipped to the last arc.
I read the last chapter when they're in modern day. And I read all of that. It was like, I really want to start reading it. I just haven't been able to because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
But I know the second season is coming out very soon. And then I think that's another anime that does it very well with the powers and characters and stuff like that. And he does like the whole like captain thing the animes do was like, these are the badasses. This is the badass troop. They do it very well.
Did Bleach start that? Because I kind of hate that trend. I'm trying to think of another series that has that like captain thing, and then now we've got it in Demon Slayer, we've got it in Fire Force. Too much captains. I like the idea of like there's this strong character you see early on that you want to aspire to, but there's a lot of that going on.
I actually really like the idea of captains because it's like these are the different levels that you could be at.
Yeah, but it buys into that whole power level thing. It could be the thing. You have to do it right. Like, I think Demon Slayer does it right.
So I don't like how they did it. Talking about Bleach, I don't like how they did it in Bleach with Wakamundo, where this is you're literally power ranking.
Yeah.
I like how they did it in Soul Arc, where it's like these are the different levels. The different levels do different things. Yeah. So it's like this person can beat this person, but this person cannot beat this person because X, Y, and Z.
They're all captains, and they're all powerful in different ways.
Exactly.
Versus
that power system, I really really like.
Yes.
And Demon Slayer does it very well, because those captains are pretty badass.
Yeah.
Especially the fire guy. Fuck,
it's just
I hate anime.
Man.
I hate anime, but I love anime.
Bleach is how you do power levels wrong. Where then eventually you throw out power levels.
You say that in this Dragon Ball around?
I know. Well, at least everybody's coming up.
No, only Goku's coming up. Oh, Goku, fucking Dragon Ball did the thing where it's like, oh,
Trunks had the fucking Spirit Bomb sword, and he beat that guy that Super Saiyan 4 Vegito couldn't beat. So everyone's also they tease that anybody can learn Ultra Instinct, so maybe Krillin will still be a weak piece of shit.
There's literally the meme, but
I don't know. I hate Dragon Ball.
But there's literally the meme, but can he beat Goku though?
No.
Like yeah, like that should show you is like how stupid the power level is.
Yeah.
I do like the. So I haven't watched any of Super, and the only thing I know about Super is through Dragon Ball Fighters and what people around me talk, and a couple like TikTok things here and there. I like that Goku has never kissed Chi-Chi ever. There's this bit in Super, from what I've seen, where like Trunks has to eat a sensu bean and gives it to future May, and he has to give it mouth to mouth. And then Goku's like, "Oh, that's weird. What do you did? What was that? What do you did?" It's like, "That's a kiss. Do you not kiss Chi-Chi?" It's like, "No, never." What?
Now I'm thinking Chi-Chi has mounted Goku every time.
You're telling me
Goku has no idea what sense
you're telling me that Goku just raw dogged at least 3 times Chi-Chi and just bounced.
No. I think Goku's so focused on fighting. He's never had any sexual inclination, and Chi-Chi just mounted him while he was in bed and had her way with him for his seed. I think that's what happened. That has to be what happened.
I will agree with you with just Gohan. I don't know how... Does he have 2 or 3 kids?
2.
Okay. I would agree with...
Gohan and Goten.
Yeah, I would agree with you with Gohan, because he's the most... I don't understand why Goten is even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Gohan, I get it. It's like this is Goku 2.0. Never mind. Gohan is his own character.
Yeah, that was stupid because like, oh, by the way, when Goku died in the Cell Saga, fucking Chi-Chi was pregnant, I guess. Because like, yeah, oh, you get Teen Gohan, and then all of a sudden he's got a little brother hanging around.
I mean, people do that in the military all the time.
Yeah.
It's true to life.
Maybe Gohan's Goten's actual dad.
Bro.
I'm just saying, man.
So you're drilling me for fan fiction, and now you come up with this?
It's a plausible theory. I mean, Gohan's more of a dad to him than Goku is.
Piccolo is the best dad ever.
Yeah, not ever.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the flimsy relationships that exist in that series, Piccolo, that is definitely the most developed.
I don't know. I will say Vegeta as a dad.
Okay.
As a dad, because even then, like, yeah, Vegeta's a shit character. Well, I like Vegeta as a character, but he's a shit parent. He at least took Trunks to the fucking carnival thing because he kicked him, because he was able to punch him
in the face.
Yeah.
I do like Vegeta and Trunks' interaction, future Trunks' interaction in Super.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, this isn't like technically my son, but he's still my son, and I'm gonna do everything I can for him.
Like, here's the thing, like, Dragon Ball has a couple cool things going on, but like overall it's just not good. Like the original Dragon Ball, I enjoyed it a lot because it was funny and it had colorful characters. I don't know what they call it in the United States, but the Frankenstein monster character from the Red Ribbon Saga, I know him as Octavius. I thought he was a wonderful character. I love that character to death. And Dragon Ball Z has like a couple cool things, like, yeah, you need to train Gohan, so like this is Gohan's journey, and it would have been fine if Dragon Ball Z would have been more about Gohan's journey.
Yeah, Gohan's like my favorite character.
And then you have the Cell Saga. Cell is my favorite villain in all of Dragon Ball.
I don't think that series has particularly strong villains, though.
Well, no, but I don't know. I like Cell. Something struck to me about Cell. It's like, just he's literally He's literally like the perfect organism. He just wants to get stronger and he wants to prove that everybody's stronger. It's like, yeah, he's an evil character. Like I vibe that. Frieza's just space Hitler.
Yeah,
that's all he is. And I've seen Hitler before, so I don't need to see the space one. I just vibe with the idea of like, I was born to be the best. I will show you I'm the best.
Yeah, I guess I dig that character, kind of.
Boo, I just don't understand. I'm just like, well, I'm just crazy.
I'm gonna eat everybody.
I mean, yeah, like, Dragon Ball had some cool things going on, but overall, I just think it's bad. And what Super is doing is just, from what I heard, it's just not great.
Yeah, there are cool moments in that final tournament arc. But I don't... Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me.
It's not for me either.
I've got pro wrestling to watch. I don't need to watch, like, a turn... I don't know.
You need to watch the 7th tournament arc.
Yeah. I'll get my annual G1 climax every year, where it's fucking awesome. I love pro wrestling. It's shonen, and that has replaced shonen for me.
I wish I had something like that. Instead, I just listen to music.
Dude, it can be... There's so much wrestling, though.
I bet. The only thing I know from wrestling, just in... the kind of wrestling that you know is Kenny Omega. I heard he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And I heard he likes Undertale. That he might like Undertale. I heard that he might like Undertale.
Yeah, one Halloween he came out.
I'm being complete bullshit. I've seen that he came over to... Yeah, I know he fucking loves... At least I know he likes Sans for sure.
Yeah, he made a promo video for a big show where he co-created it with Toby Fox.
What?
Yeah, and Toby Fox.
Is that the one where he comes out with a One Wing Angel thing? Okay.
Dude, God, he's cool, man.
Again, I fucking hate anime. I love anime.
Yeah, and you get in wrestling, you get those different characters. I'm the. I'm the short guy, but I got a lot of guts and I can take a lot of hits. So you're just wailing on me, I'm just yeah, and then you headbutt him back.
So Ippo.
It's fucking... It's shonen. I love it.
Oh my god.
It's just, it's more fun because they're real people, and that guy, he may have potentially actually broken his neck. Has a little more stakes to it.
There's more stakes to it, and at the end of the day, it's not like you're hanging around in your backyard with your friend and you're throwing invisible things to each other.
Yeah.
You could potentially do those things.
Yeah, it's...
You're not going to, but you could potentially do it.
Yeah, it's a guy jumping off the top rope and doing a fucking missile dropkick. It's awesome.
I mean, I'm not going to do it because I'm
I'll do it.
30 pounds heavier than I should, but I could potentially do it. I think that's the main attraction.
Yeah, there are some big guys who can fly around, man.
Really?
Yeah. I worry about their knees, though, giving out. Because, you see a lot of the older guys, they're just in wheelchairs and shit. It's just sad. But now, because we have those older guys in wheelchairs, everybody does it a little safer now. Everyone knows that, hey, just do some yoga and you could extend your career.
Just for a couple more seasons.
Don't do a bunch of steroids and wear out your tendons and shit. It's cool. Wrestling is in a great place right now.
Do you ever watch the original Baki?
No.
The one from the 90s? It's literally...
I've seen clips of it.
So, talking about steroids and wrestling, do you know who the main bad guy from the first season of Baki, the 90s one was? It was Baki's half-brother, the tall blonde guy.
Okay.
His whole thing was that... no, it wasn't him. I think it was him. It was another character. Anyways.
Yeah, the original... That anime has the tournament arc that they reference in the new anime, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally, if I remember correctly, the final fight of the anime is Baki and the guy. The guy straight up just takes super steroids. He's just skinny guy that just tries to do the best he can, and then he can't, and they just give him super steroids.
They show him a little bit in the Netflix series. Yeah, my reference for Baki is just hearing about it from a friend in high school. He's like, dude, you should watch Baki.
I've always heard about it, and I only knew about it because of Monster Hunter. because Monster Hunter 4 had a collaboration with them where you could wear the Baki armor set, which is just him in his swimming trunks.
Does at least buff up your character.
Yeah.
And give him the rippling muscles.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, the helmet, I believe, if I remember correctly, the helmet is just his hair. Yeah.
Sick collaboration.
Monster Hunter has some crazy collaboration. Monster Hunter's like the Call of Duty of Japan, I almost want to say. It's just everywhere, and I love it. Anyways, I only know Baki because of that, and then I watched the Netflix, and I really want to get into the manga just because it looks cool, and I found out the daughter is the writer for Beastars.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Nice.
And I really want to get into and I really liked season 1 of Beastars. I'm excited for season 2. You should watch it. It's only like 3 super uncomfy scenes.
Nah, there's
some really cool stuff. I read some of the Wikipedia because I was like, is this worth... So I don't care. I mostly don't care for spoilers for a lot of things.
Yeah, same here, mostly.
So I like to jump... If I want to see something's worth it, I just like to jump into the Wikipedia and read a couple of articles.
I do the same thing.
There's a sloth that's a tattoo artist. That's the worst tattoo artist in the whole, like, Zootopia world. Because he's so goddamn slow and his tattoos are so painful because he's a sloth. And apparently his main Patreon is one of the bad guys from the later seasons. That's a masochist. And only gets tattoos from him because they're the worst thing in the whole goddamn world.
That's a neat little wrinkle for a character.
Yeah. And I just, like, reading that little article was like, I should really start reading Beastars. Or get into Beastars. Yeah. The panda's really fucking cool.
But, like, animal, I don't want to get into animal people.
You don't have to get into animal people.
I got BNA, and that's my animal
you don't
thing for the...
have to get into them. You just have to watch them.
BNA is my animal thing for the decade.
For the decade?
I'm good. And then I'll, 2030 rolls around, and there'll be a new animal thing that I'll get into.
With actual animals.
Yeah. We'll get to a point where we have real animals talking. Because we chip their head or whatever.
So I don't know how you end this thing.
Yeah, I don't know either. Any anime you're looking forward to this year?
Beastar Season 2. I think Villain Saga is getting a Season 2, so I'm probably going to start watching that. Because I've been reading here and there about it, and I like what I've been reading. I think Attack on Titan Season 4 because of that one Tiger girl.
Peak?
Yeah, because of Peak, which makes me
great.
want to start getting to it. And Evangelion 3.0, 1.0. What about you?
Probably that, man. I can't, yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, trailers I've seen or, like, things I've heard about, but not... Like, the new hotness is, like, Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, but it's just, like, a bunch of teenagers fighting. Like, I'm not... I'm not going to get into that.
One of the people that I follow on Twitter is getting into it, and it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
The Kakashi looking guy has a cool power. They're like curses, and the all of them have like really unique curses.
Yeah. Like, I don't... Just guys fighting.
Oh,
I can't get into that. I've already got stuff I'm lightly following with.
I'm a liar. Dorohedoro Season 2 also.
That's another thing that looks interesting.
I fucking love Dorohedoro. It is so good. If you're not gonna watch it, at least read it. Like, the art style is so sick. And it's super different and doesn't take itself very seriously.
Is No Gun's Life good? Have you heard anything about that? Because I saw trailers for that around the same time of, like, a main character with a weird head.
Oh, the only thing I know is that Kojima liked it.
Okay. Dorohedoro? Or No Gun's Life?
No Gun's Life. The only thing I know from that anime is that Kojima liked it, and Dorohedoro I think is wonderful. Everybody should get into it. It's great.
I don't know if I could follow the Kojima bump. Because I love Nicholas Winding Refn. Like, I love all his work, man. Have you seen Too Old to Die Young?
No.
amazing series.
Okay.
It's probably my favorite TV show I watched in 2020. It's, fucking weird. Each episode is the length of a movie. So
Right.
it's like 10 episodes.
So like a BBC show.
Yeah. It's... Are you familiar with Refn's work? Have you seen...
I don't think so.
Okay. You know who he is, though, right? Like, he's a character... Kojima used this face in, what do you call it?
Death Stranding?
Death Stranding, yeah. He's a Danish filmmaker. He made Drive with Ryan Gosling.
I've seen
Only
that.
God Forgives.
I've seen that.
Valhalla Rising.
Been meaning to watch that.
Neon Demon.
Okay, so I've seen the first two movies we're talking about.
Okay.
So like I'm familiar with him now.
Yeah. Other than Refn, Kojima also loves Mad Max Fury Road, which is, I think, the best action movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. There's something about Kojima where our tastes line up, but I'm still dubious of his tastes. Just because
That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about him.
Metal
Like,
Gear Solid 5 is a stupid story. Death Stranding.
Metal Gear Solid
couldn't get
5
into the
has a.
gameplay.
So I will have to say Metal Gear Solid 5 has a good story in the tapes.
Okay.
It doesn't have a good story in the game.
The main story arc is just... It's not...
No.
It's not good.
Give us the story.
It's weird filler, man, that did not need to be made.
I will have to say, like, it has a really good story in the tapes. They should have just given those tapes as story beats in the game, and it would have been great. I would have been okay with the whole filler chapter things. But you should have not relegated all of that to the tapes.
I feel like his whole thing would be, I don't know, if he had the opportunity to make a Metal Gear Solid 6, he would end up covering the story of how Big Boss ended up at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. It's like, well, how do we explain Big Boss showing up at the end of this thing? And I don't know.
They tell you.
They tell you in 4. He would make a game about it, I feel like, rather than like, well, that wasn't actually Big Boss. He died. It was his body doubled. I hated 5.
Metal Gear Solid 4 should end. Metal Gear Solid 6, if ever that happens, you should start Big Boss. Do whatever the fuck war crimes he's doing, and at the very end, he turns to you in the camera and just says like, "Hey, I am proud of you." Like that's all I want. I just want to make Big Boss proud. That's just really it.
See, like Kojima has crossed that point of I'm not automatically in with everything you're doing.
No. He's definitely
He needs to be reined in.
He needs guidance.
Yeah.
Kojima Unleashed is shit.
Yes.
He needs guidance. He needs some boundaries here and there. And he needs somebody to tell him no.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is stupid, but how about this?
Because I know people made Konami the bad guy. But Metal Gear Solid 5 was delayed. It was over budget. They canceled other projects so they could divert personnel and funds just to finish the game. Konami's not... Konami, they're a business and they did what they did.
At the end of the day,
they could have done it better. But, Kojima is... I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to have... Not necessarily... A game could be not fun as long as it's, conveying something to you. But I'm not into the not fun that Death Stranding was.
Basically the microwave hallway in 4. The whole bit was not fun at all.
Yeah.
But holy shit, did it convey the point.
Yes. Or the torture scenes of it's the only way you could convey this is a struggle physically to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a genius. But he needs someone editing his ideas.
I will call him a genius once he knows how to write a well-written woman.
It's never going to be a genius.
he is definitely. He definitely thinks outside the box.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Or you could do like with Refn did.
Mm-hmm.
Like he, because Neon Demon has a female lead, and for that project he specifically brought on a female co-writer to help him with that angle. Whereas, you know, Refn is a creator who knows his limitations, and he's willing to, you know, buff up the aspects that he knows he's weak at with help from others. Whereas I don't think Kojima has that self-awareness of like, these are problems that I have as a creator. Let's get other people who could
one of my problems
help out with those aspects.
One of my problems is that I think Pierce and shit are really funny.
They are.
God damn.
They are.
God damn. God, do you have any water or anything?
No. I always forget to stock this place with any beverages. I've got like a...
I'm scared of that yellow liquid.
It's mango. It's only several hours old. Got it in the morning.
You said mango, I just heard mango.
So. Oh, mango. Yeah, I can get some mango for you if you're that thirsty. What were you saying about Kojima? Oh, yeah.
Well, the main thing I was going to say about Kojima is that
he likes No Guns Life.
He likes No Guns Life, and then we got to the point of like, I was going to make the comment, it's like, I feel very similar to you when it comes to like a lot of our interests and likes line up, but there's going to be a couple things that are just going to be like, for me, it wasn't that Stranded that did it. For me, it's just like his adoration to Kubrick. I'm just like, this is just not fun.
Kubrick, well, that's the thing. Kubrick is a genius. Because I'm in the middle, it's been years, but I'm in the middle of going through Kubrick's oeuvre. And it is so dry.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
yeah.
Fun story.
Yeah, I just watched Paths of Glory like in December or November. It's fine. I've had Barry Lyndon on my hard drive for like a decade now, and still haven't gotten around to watching it.
You've seen Doctor Strangelove, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a really fun, like, cheeky thing that he did, and I really like it.
I get his movies. I don't like them though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't get some stuff either.
Like I had some friends tell me before I watched like Citizen Kane. Just like, yeah, I appreciate what it did, but it doesn't hold up. Whereas like, I feel Citizen Kane holds up. Citizen Kane is still entertaining for me. Whereas like, pretty much any Kubrick I've seen, like, with the exception of The Shining, I'm like, I get it, but I don't think this holds up.
That's what Space Odyssey is to me. Yeah. Like, I get it. I'm just like,
I've fallen asleep every time. I've never stayed awake to see it all the way through.
It is not worth it, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Basically, look at the monkey, look at the cool Technicolor room, and look at the baby, and you got it.
Yeah. But it's about so much more.
You know what's about so much more that didn't get to say everything because apparently it was being written while he was going? Akira.
Dude, the manga is great.
I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I just like early last year I found out that apparently they were making Akira the movie and the manga at the same time. So it's like at one point I was say fuck it,
dude. With the exception of the ending, the movie is only the first book of the manga.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, the rest of
it gets like really fucking crazy.
It's awesome. It is.
It's one of my go things.
I've always wanted to buy it, but it was originally published in those days when they flipped the images around for manga.
So it read like a comic.
Yeah. So like everything's just
it looks weird.
Yeah. I maybe new printings have change that and they do it like a manga is supposed to be, but yeah, it's definitely check it out.
I've been thinking of fluffing up my my little like bookcase thing that has only like 5 books with actual words on them. Most of them are graphic novels, and I feel like Akira would just do like a nice little, what is like 6 books, like 6 thick-ass books.
6 books, like an inch thick.
Jesus, okay.
It's good though. I like it.
I'll probably give it a watch. Oh, I know you say you like Real Robot more, but do you ever watch Scaflone?
No.
Another.
I've seen the movie, but the movie's just like its own little story.
Another anime I feel like doesn't get enough light. Another like 90s anime I feel like doesn't get enough light.
Yeah, because I was interested in that time, but then it's at age when you're like a kid, don't have a lot of money for DVDs, and didn't have cable, so I'm like, wow, that's out of my reach.
It was showing in Mexico. I forgot what channel it was, but I actually got to like watch it. Like Mexico had this, at least the channel I watched, had this like block that was just anime. So it's like Magical Knight, Reinhardt, Slayers, Scaflone. I think Dragon Ball was in there. Doraemon was on in the mornings, which I really liked. So I got to watch Doraemon, Moomin, Crayon Shinchan, which...
That's weird.
Shinchan is great.
Yeah, I love Shinchan, but like that's a weird as a kid's show.
What are you talking about? It's a little kid that likes butts and farting on things.
That's true. Always got his dick out.
I mean, I had my dick out the whole time I was a kid. Sometimes I still have my dick out most of the time.
Dude, yesterday at work, I was how was Winnie the Poohing it? Because like
you're remoting.
I was doing like burpees every hour, and then my pants just kept falling down. I was doing them, so I'm like, all right, just take them off, and I never put them back on.
I've taken important like business calls on my day off. Like with my dick out, because it's like I'm not gonna put on pants. I just woke up. Like
just to make sure you're not Jeffrey Toobin it.
Basically, just holding on my phone like this as much as I can, and just put on a shirt.
Yeah,
Hey,
totally no weird. Like, oh no.
Oh well.
Yeah. As long as it's not hard, it's not threatening, and that's how we end the show.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.